Blacksburg today. You guys did a great show. We've got a beautiful day today in Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, on this gorgeous campus at Boston College. Jeff Hafley beginning year 4 here as the main man with the Eagles, with his family, his daughters, one on either side, and his extended family, his team behind him, the Boston College Eagles, making their way to Alumni Stadium, the 2023 version, in the tunnel, getting set to take the field to begin what they hope is a big-time campaign. Hello, everybody. Along with Mark Kirkslick, I'm Chris Cotter. And Mark, 5 years in the ACC Network. You and I have been together for all 5. We begin another one in earnest.
Yeah, I know. And how about last night with that game in Atlanta? That was a topsy-turvy one. A little sloppy. Hopefully it's a little clean here today in Chestnut Hill.
We expect a good one here because Northern Illinois out of the MAC is going to compete for that conference's title. We'll get into that in a little bit. But first, let's take a look back at 2022 at Boston College. It was a disappointing year for Coach Hafley. 3-9 on the year after so much expectations coming in. Injuries to Christian Mahogany, for example, before the year even began. And that really hurt things like their running game. Last in FBS, only 63-plus yards a game. Then they had big play Zay Flowers, but he's gone. He's in the NFL right now, so you got to replace him. They bring in Ryan O'Keefe from Central Florida. Emmett Morehead, now that's a bright spot for them in terms of coming back because he was a backup at the start of last year. Now he's the starter.
Yeah, now he's the starter, and it's his team. He has that leadership role. It's his guy. And although Zay isn't there, right, Zay's actually on the sideline today, but on the field for Boston College is going to be Joe Griffin. Big number 2, wide foot 3, 200 pounds. And Joe Griffin really came onto the scene as this other option on the other side of Zay Flowers. Big red zone threat, big target, uses his body. He developed and really had a coming out game versus Duke where he was used in the intermediate passing route and down the field. So he's going to be the number 1 target for Emmett Morehead. If they can balance the run and play action, look for him to be big in the deep ball.
Yeah, he brings you a big target. I mean, they've had Zay and now O'Keefe, kind of 5'10", 6-foot guys. He's a 6'3" target downfield. When you talk about Northern Illinois, I mentioned in the open how I think they're going to compete for the MAC championship. They expect to. They won it 2 years ago. But like Boston College, injuries really derailed their year last year. They bring back their quarterback, though, Rocky Lombardi. He's healthy. That's a big plus for them.
Yeah, Rocky Lombardi. It's his 7th year playing college football and about his 1,000,000th year. However old he is, 25 years old. 25th year learning about football. He's the son of a coach. He's got a big arm. He really does a good job of using his legs to create extra momentum in the running game. But don't get anything twisted. NIU will run the football. They want to pound it. Coach Hammock, he is all about the ground and pound, and then let Lombardi shine in the pass game when it's good for them, when the defense gives them something.
Hammock is starting his 5th year, as the head coach for Northern Illinois. Hafley in his 4th at Boston College. For more on Coach Hafley, let's send it down to the 3rd member of our crew, Ashley Stroline.
Yeah, guys, Jeff Hafley told me he feels this team and this program has done everything it needs to do to have success this season. They've had some changes on the coaching staff that he said has brought new energy to this program. Those young players chose to stay. They did not transfer. He says, that's how I know they believe in what we're building here. His message ahead of the season opener, go out there, let loose, and don't look at the scoreboard.
Can't sleep.
Just a lot on my mind.
I can't sleep either.
It only gets tougher with age.
Mom, what?
Well, knowing Progressive can protect your home, auto, and business should help you relax.
Good, because I could use a good night's sleep.
Me too. You know how early a chimney sweep gets up every day?
Wait, is this all a dream?
Why would Jamie be in my dream?
I am America's biggest spokesperson.
Debatable.
I said biggest.
Well, he's got you there.
People are excited about what AI will do for them. We're excited about what AI will do for business. Introducing Watson X, a platform designed to multiply output by tailoring AI to your needs. When you Watson X your business, you can build AI to help coders code faster, customer service respond quicker, and HR handle repetitive tasks in less time. Let's create AI that transforms business with Watson X. IBM, let's create.
New offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator. Brought in Paul Rhodes, who is a veteran. They worked together when they were at Pitt. Rhodes is a former head coach at Iowa State. So Mark and I will talk a lot about how the coaching staff here at BC has been completely retooled. Northern Illinois won the toss. They defer. So they will kick off Boston College, and Cannon Woodle back to receive this kick for the Eagles. Elbow meets leather, and Cannon Woodle's kick sails into the end zone. O'Keefe will take it out from about 3 yards deep to the 15, down to about the 23, and we'll get a look at this Boston College Eagle offense and their quarterback, Emmett Morehead.
Yeah, Emmett Morehead, 6'5", 240-pound redshirt sophomore. He's a Cali boy. You see that Woodside, California. He plays into that well. Last season, you look at 60% completion. That also includes that Notre Dame game that was completely snowed out that he had 3 interceptions at. Huge game versus NC State, another big game versus Duke. So he is a young, inexperienced quarterback. However, the team has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he's developed that leadership this offseason.
Morehead on the give to Garwo. Gets through the first line of attack, gets out to the 30. Give him 7 yards. How about Pat Garwo, 1,000-yard rusher 2 years ago. Last year, just 403 yards on 132 carries.
Yeah, if he's not a 1,000-yard rusher this year and stays healthy, that would be a disappointment for Steve Shimko, the offensive coordinator here at Boston College. I mean, Boston College, we talk about the quarterback, we talk about wide receivers, but they want to establish the run early in the game, get play action, get the quarterback outside the pocket on bootlegs, and help build third and shorts to help continue drives and keep their defense off the field.
Devontae O'Malley on the tackle.
Well, they're going hurry up.
Yeah, third and short. Morehead will just power forward for the first down. How many tight ends do they have lined up? That's old school Boston College on that lineup.
Yeah, and if you weren't a tight end, like I see, number 0, Jaden Williams at 5'9", 186. He's in there scrapping out there. But, that play right there, just the entire process of, hey, it's third and short. We're getting to the line fast. We're going to snap it together. We're going to get a first down. That's the type of stuff that you worry about in game one, right? How well are they going to execute that? Great execution by BC. They're starting to pick up these first downs, gain a rhythm.
Fake to Garro, play action. Now Morehead's going to shoot it out to him. Too low, incomplete.
And there's the play action. Hard play action, used a guard puller. Morehead got back, and he had plenty of time trying to get Ryan O'Keefe down the middle of the field. And smart dump off, get the pass a little bit higher, obviously, but on first down, using that play action, look for that as this drive continues.
Ray Thomas, number 4 for Northern Illinois, applying the pressure. 2nd down and 10. Griffin in motion on the bottom of your screen. Shoots it out to him quickly, again low, incomplete. Javon Bird on the coverage. Thomas again with pressure.
First game jitters for Emmett Morehead. Even though he did start last year, this is new for him. It's new to be the named starter going into week one. A lot of expectations on you. You're meeting with the media all week. Jeff Hafley's got a lot of confidence in his quarterback. He's just got to settle down and deliver some of those balls he knows he can make.
Alex Broom, a little more of a third down back, now flanking Morehead. Morehead quickly out to O'Keefe. His first reception as an Eagle. Will he get the first down? He comes up a little bit shy. It's going to be about 2 yards shy of the marker. Jacob Finley on the tackle downfield. It'll be 4th down and 2.
And no one's coming off the field right now. So we'll see this decision by Jeff Hafley. Now he does pull his offense off, but you see the offense is staying out there like, hey, we're ready to go for it on 4th if you tell us to. And that right there, having 3rd and 10 and getting 8 yards, that's a perfect display of why 1st and 2nd down are so important, just to pick up something. Good stop by NIU defensively.
Casper Rutkowitz, the veteran for Northern Illinois, standing back with his heels on his 18. Sam Candiotti to punt it. That's going to be a good kick. Rutkowitz is going to call for a fair catch at his 19, 37-yard punt, no return. So we've seen Emmett Morehead for Boston College. There's Rocky Lombardi. Got hurt in the 4th game last year. First time we've seen him since.
Yeah, Rocky Lombardi, we mentioned in the open, he's a 7th-year senior. Started his career at Michigan State. Came over to NIU, and first year at NIU, led his team to the MAC championship and won it. Got hurt after 4 games last season, so this has been a long time coming for Rocky Lombardi, who is on the all-everything name list, for sure.
On the jet sweep. That's going to be Billy Dozier on the carry.
Yeah, Billy Dozier, he'll do some of that stuff. He's played running back in his past. They're going to use him a little bit of H-back and a lot of those hand sweeps. Very versatile player for them. Good pickup on first down for NIU.
5 yards. For those of you wondering, Rocky Lombardi's great-grandfather's name is Vince Lombardi. Not that Vince Lombardi. It's another Vince Lombardi. Lombardi will look to throw. On the rollout, hits his fullback. That's Brock Lampete. And that's one of my favorite players in all of college football. It's a throwback fullback. I'm surprised he doesn't have a neck roll. You should have brought one of your neck rolls from home to lend him, because he's that kind of a fullback.
Yeah, this is a guy, he'll do everything, right? And this is, he's a guy you're going to see at the tailback position on short yardage. He's going to do plays like that in the boot, in the play action game. He'll also line up right now like at the tight end position, and look at him coming back across the ball. You see him peeking back there. See if he comes back in this zone read. Not zone read, excuse me, inside zone play.
Fresh set of downs for the Huskies.
Oh, see, look, he moves up. That means the ball's running his way.
It is. Ontario Brown tries to get outside, can't do it. Donovan Ezeraku, that the first time, but won't be the last time we call his name today.
This dude is a dude. Donovan Ezeraku out of Williamstown, New Jersey. Watch number 6, the extension, the release, keeping his outside arm free and understanding, hey, my tight end to my side stepped up on the ball. The ball's coming to me. Let's make a play.
Loss of 3, second down and 13. Trayvon Rudolph in motion, 85 in white. He was also hurt all of last year, so add him to the list of players back for the Huskies. Lombardi looked his way initially. Now he rolls to the right. Has to dump it underneath. A dangerous pass. He was looking for Grayson Barnes, and the pressure forced a bad throw.
Yeah, and it was Sheeta Salah, the other defensive end. You're going to get a different-looking Boston College defensive line this year. If you've been watching Boston College over the past few years, it's always been, hey, how are we going to get a pass rush? How are we going to be stout up front? Well, with number 11, Sheeta Salah, and Donovan Ezeraku, who led the ACC in solo sacks last year, coming off the edge, they are excited about what they are going to get in the pass rush game. And on 3rd and 14, be ready for the defense to dial up pressure here and get Rocky Lombardi off his mark.
Empty backfield. You got Gavin Williams in the game. The transfer from Iowa split to the bottom of your screen. Lombardi will throw. Stun up the middle. Tried to get it to Williams and just couldn't catch it. Not sure he would have been able to get 14 yards even if he did bring it in.
Good play by Boston College, but that's the answer to pressure that NIU tried for. Thomas Haddock said, hey, I understand what time it is. Let me get that screen game in there. But it's just a really good first defensive series for Boston College. Shutting down the run game and getting off the field.
Tom Foley in to punt for Northern Illinois. Jade Williams back to receive it for the Eagles. A little bit of confusion on both teams as they try and trot out some players. Now we get a timeout as Northern Illinois. I guess this sometimes happens early in the season, even in special teams. You want to count the players. Is this player supposed to be in there? Do we have a starter that's playing special teams also? Little confusion. Coach Hammock says, timeout. Let's figure this out.
Those are the type of things that head coaches lose sleep at night about, right? It's I just want to have everybody on the field on special teams. That, like, verbatim, that's what coaches will tell you before the opening game. They walk through it on Fridays, like, okay, everybody's set. Well, had a timeout to spare, so made sure they're right.
It's a good look at Thomas Hammock, who's a running back at Northern Illinois in his playing days. A lot of experience coaching running backs, too. You think about it, Minnesota Gophers were a great running team all those years. Wisconsin, yep. I mean, nobody grounds and pounds like Wisconsin. He had Monty Ball when he was at Wisconsin and then the NFL at the Ravens.
Yeah, and Justin Forsett as well. Shame.
Going to go out of bounds at about the 36-yard line, so it looked a lot worse than it ended up being. Boston College will take over for the second offensive possession of the afternoon. We're scoreless here in Chestnut Hill.
Long weekends are for you time. You installing, you painting, you organizing, you washing, and you saving. Do Labor Day your way by shopping at the Home Depot.
Okay, again, this is a status bar, this is a search bar. Let's know the difference, okay? Social media. it can be overwhelming for a young homeowner turning into their parents.
Now, what does it mean to slide into someone's DMs? That sounds like a lot of fun.
Okay, we're not ready for that. As a team, we'll get there. It might be a fruit emoji, but that doesn't mean they're talking about fruit.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
Okay, do you really think we need 47 photos of fun dinner at Pam's?
Yes.
No.
Israel Adesanya is the best middleweight on planet Earth. I say, Strickland!
I want the title. Let's do this.
ACC Network College Football is brought to you by the Honey Baked Ham Company. Game day is a honey baked day.
Raising the flag on the new ACC headquarters this last week in Charlotte. Got the mascots there. Luke Kuechly, your buddy, former Boston College linebacker. And then also the big news during the week. Stanford, Cal, and SMU all voted in on a tight vote to join the ACC for the 24-25 year as Boston College starts their second drive of the day.
Yeah, it's going to be a whole day. I mean, another year, and then I'm excited to see how the scheduling goes. Right, these West Coast trips are going to be something new for these ACC teams. But man, like, how fun, right? Expanding the ACC's breadth all the way to the Pacific. Maybe it'd be called the APCC.
The ACC, the All Coast Conference. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to see what Boston College can do in 23. Garwo, it's been a healthy dose of Garwo right up the middle. Delayed handoff that time. He takes it for a first down. 8-yard pickup.
And we talk about offensive line, right? Last year, the whole problem, the big boys. Well, now look at the blocks up front, coming off combo blocks. You get Drew Kendall, Kyle Hergel, moving their guys out of the way. Boston College reloaded this O-line. I mean, last year, they were having guys converted from defensive line to offensive line. Now they have Mahogany back, brought in transfers. It's completely different.
Movement on the O-line. This one could go back 5 yards. Two of those transfers, Logan Taylor, number 65, and Kyle Hergel, number 60, on now man the left side of that line. Taylor from Virginia, Hergel from Texas State.
73 offense. 5-yard penalty, remains first out.
Hergel's a Canadian, went to Texas State, 41 starts later, now he's at BC.
Yeah, and he's here, and they talked about Hergel, and he brings a little bit of a nastiness to this offensive line. Not sure if Canadians are known for their nastiness, but he is.
I can tell you some of them on the ice certainly are.
Oh, that's very true.
First and 15, more ahead to throw. Quickly, way over the head of Jaden Williams.
Yep.
Saw that a lot last night in that Georgia Tech-Louisville game, too. You're practicing all August long, right, on that timing and everything else. And then you get in the game and there's a little adrenaline pumping through you. Sometimes those passes sail a little on you.
Yeah, and gosh, you got to, as a coach, you try to figure out, okay, what's going to get my quarterback going? Maybe they design a little bit of a run play for Moorhead, get him hit a little bit, in a safe manner, just to get some of those cobwebs out.
Now the pitch. Broom is looking for a run. He's got some blockers in front of him, but we got a flag down. Picked him about 5 yards. Tyler Jackson eventually ran him out, but a flag in the backfield, several of them, has got to be coming back.
That's going to be holding on Tajee Johnson, the wide receiver. Big wide out. They love his aggressiveness, a little too aggressive.
Holding, offense, number 84. 10-yard penalty for the previous spot. Replay second down.
Soothing sounds of Billy Williams, our referee today.
He does have a nice calming voice.
He does, doesn't he? Just explains it in a very concise manner, easy to understand, 10 yards back.
Yep.
Much to the chagrin of that man right there. You want to establish the running game, which they've done a pretty good job of here early. Backing yourself up isn't going to help.
No, and penalties hurt the running game. It's tough to make them back up.
O'Keefe trying to do it on his own. Good pursuit by this Northern Illinois defense, led by Deron Gilbert, a Lafayette transfer, limiting O'Keefe to just 4.
Yeah, both linebackers in this 4-2-5 scheme for NIU, they're former safeties, and they got some speed. And so, Boston College, you saw the run game inside, and you saw them trying to take some shots downfield. Joe Griffin, the one was too low. Then missed on the outside, but the rest have just been bubble screens and smoke screens on the outside. That really plays to NIU's strength of that fast, speedy linebacker core.
Again, Alex Broom in the backfield, third and 21. Underneath, the tight end Takis. He'll get dropped immediately after just a 1-yard gain, and this Northern Illinois defense has come to play, forcing another BC punt.
Yeah, they've come to play, and in Boston College, it looks like the offensive line is churning their feet and getting after it, but I'm not seeing as much urgency from these wide receivers running their routes. I think that Emmett Moorhead feels a little bit uncomfortable in the pocket just because he's not used to having that much time. I mean, the last time he was out there starting, it was a much different O-line. He had to get the ball out in 2 seconds. So if he waited on that a little bit longer, he had Joe Griffin in the first down.
Kasper Rutkowitz awaiting another outstanding punt. Fields it at the 13 after a 44-yard kick from Sam Candati. Mic'd up Coach Hafley in pregame. We're going to take a quick break here. We'll be back to Chestnut Hill after this.
How you doing, man? Coach Hafley. How you doing, Logan? What's up, guys? How you doing, man? Alec! Man, it is good to see you. Yeah, it's good. What's up, Coach? Good, man. How you doing? How you doing, man? Hey, ACC's got me mic'd up, so I just want to give you a heads up. You know how it works now. You wanted our guys to mic up. I said, I'll take it for the team.
Yeah, no, that's good.
How's it going?
It's been good, man. It's been good.
Just making sure, being cordial. Yep. Coach Hammett coming over. I like that. Making sure he knows that it's mic'd up.
It's just disclosure. You know,
common courtesy.
You do it on the sideline, you get mic'd up. You're a player, in the NFL. You on the sideline, hey, just so you know, I'm mic'd up.
Coach Hafley, one of the nicest guys. Coach Hammock as well. Either team able to dent the scoreboard yet. Northern Illinois has had a couple of first downs. They've been able to move the ball a little bit, but haven't gotten it past midfield. Donovan Ezaraku wants to make sure that they keep it that way. Another tackle for the BC defensive end.
Yeah, that defensive line has come to play so far. And again, they're going against a really good offensive front for NIU. NIU's offensive line has a bunch of guys returning that have been starters for them the past 2 years. And so they have a great continuity, and they do feel like the O-line is the strength of their offense. Good job by Boston College defense so far, negating some of that experience.
Ontario Brown again looking for a crease. Finds a little opening, gets close to the first down. Is going to be just about a half-yard shy. Give him 6 yards on the carry. Good patient running by Ontario Brown.
Yeah, Ontario's the guy that the coaches love. I asked Coach Hammock, I said, tell me one guy that you've just been so proud of their development, and it was Ontario Brown. Rough childhood growing up, but really has come into his own. Powerful running back, knows the entire offense, but now really understands how his actions can affect the defense. And on 3rd and short,
no one was home. That faked everybody out, including the BC defense, enough for Rocky Lombardi to pick up the first down.
Let's hope Ontario Brown wasn't supposed to be there for that, but it's like looking to expect a running back. Just good move on Jalen Blackwell. That's when you tell a defender, don't miss that layup. But that just shows what Rocky Lombardi can do with his legs.
Brown back in there, number 1 in white. Not only is he a powerful runner, Mark, but he was a 10-7 100-meter guy in high school, so brings speed to the package as well. And you saw his numbers. That's 6.3 yards per carry, led the MAC.
I know.
He's a home run hitter.
He can hit it. And he's big, too. He's not a small home run hitter.
Fake to Brown. Lombardi's got a receiver wide open, and he missed him. Grayson Barnes. That hybrid receiver tight end, and he was wide open. Looked like he beat Jalen Cheek on the outside.
Yeah, Jalen Cheek, the closest defender, and you see Cheek's eyes were stuck in the backfield on Ontario Brown, who was coming out into the flat. You got to get that depth. That was a miss from Rocky Lombardi. We've seen a couple misses by both quarterbacks in this opening game. Good look at Lombardi.
Just 1 for 4 so far to start this game.
Yep.
Just a wide open Grayson Barnes on that play. Got to put it behind you, though. 2nd down and 10. Gavin Williams, transfer from Iowa now in the game.
Timeout. Northern Illinois, they're second. It'll be 30 seconds in length.
Northern Illinois takes the timeout to talk it over. It'll be a 2nd down and 10 when we come back. Still scoreless here in Chestnut Hill.
Okay, again, this is a status bar, this is a search bar. Let's know the difference, okay? Social media. It can be overwhelming for a young homeowner turning into their parents.
Now, what does it mean to slide into someone's DMs? That sounds like a lot of fun.
Okay, we're not ready for that. As a team, we'll get there. It might be a fruit emoji, but that doesn't mean they're talking about fruit.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
Okay, do you really think we need 47 photos of fun dinner at Pam's?
Yes.
No.
People are excited about what AI will do for them. We're excited about what AI will do for business. Introducing Watson X, a platform designed to multiply output by tailoring AI to your needs. When you Watson X your business, you can build AI to help coders code faster, customer service respond quicker, and HR handle repetitive tasks in less time. Let's create AI that transforms business with Watson X. IBM, let's create.
Kelsey Riggs with this Dr. Pepper Fansville studio update. Last night's game between Georgia Tech and Louisville.
Okay, again, this is a status bar, this is a search bar. Let's know the difference, okay? Social media. It can be overwhelming for a young homeowner turning into their parents.
Now, what does it mean to slide into someone's DMs? That sounds like a lot of fun.
Okay, we're not ready for that. As a team, we'll get there. It might be a fruit emoji, but that doesn't mean they're talking about fruit.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
Okay, do you really think we need 47 photos of fun dinner at Pam's?
Yes.
No.
People are excited about what AI will do for them. We're excited about what AI will do for business. Introducing Watson X, a platform designed to multiply output by tailoring AI to your needs. When you Watson X your business, you can build AI to help coders code faster, customer service respond quicker, and HR handle repetitive tasks in less time. Let's create AI that transforms business with Watson X. IBM, let's create.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Kels. That was an impressive comeback last night for Louisville. It's like 3 different games all wrapped up into one. First quarter, second quarter, and the second half for the Cardinals getting the dub in Atlanta. After the timeout, coming out of the timeout, it's Gavin Williams. Mentioned he transferred in from Iowa. He was set to be their starter before last year. Then he had an ankle injury early in the year, Mark, and they went in a couple of different routes. He never really got going. Only had 43 carries on the whole season.
Yeah, and you know, he's one of the guys, he's a patient runner. He's kind of a compliment to Ontario Brown. Ontario's the more of that big hitter, and you know, Gavin Williams, kind of that quickness guy. You saw him finding a hole here, 3rd and short. See if they run a little bit of the QB option. They love keeping the ball in Lombardi's hands.
Got Williams behind him. Now they'll bring the fullback in motion. The give is to Williams, looking for a crease. Did he get enough? He did. First down.
Good, powerful run by Williams up the middle. It's a good test for Boston College's defensive front. Big, powerful downhill run game, kind of similar to what Boston College was in the past under Steve Adazio.
Fresh set of downs now for NIU. They'll bring Rudolph in motion. Hand it to him. Couldn't get enough of a block on the outside. Amari Jackson tracked him down.
Amari Jackson, phenomenal play on that last one. He sees his wide receiver off coming in. Watch him track the wide receiver all the way across the football, understanding where he should fit and coming up and making a huge tackle. Amari Jackson got thrown into the starting lineup last year as a true freshman, and the coaches said, you know, they're so excited. He's probably the most talented defensive backs they have at Boston College.
Minimal gain, 2nd down and a long 9. Lombardi to throw dangerously as Jackson again made a break on the ball. Rudolph was the intended receiver, but Jackson that close to picking that and taking it to the house.
And that's about film study and recognition. Hey, my wide receiver is in this location. Make a break on a ball. That's back-to-back plays on 1st and 2nd down for Amari Jackson. And the best part about it, when you're a cornerback, you know they're throwing now. Here's an opportunity to get an interception. Defensive line, linebackers mugged up in the line. See if they bring pressure. Man across the board.
They do. They bring 5. Now a 6th one onto the lake. Got a receiver downfield, but a nice play by Victor Nelson, the transfer from LIU, to break it up and force a 4th down.
He's trying to get his big 6'7", 240-pound tight end, Chris Carter, the transfer from Howard, the football. And just if he puts that ball out in front of Carter a little bit more, he would have it. And really good job by NIU's offensive line, giving Lombardi some time.
Foley's first punt went just 27 yards. This one much better. Fair catch by Williams. He'll make it at his 18. 42 yards on the kick by Foley. We'll keep it here in Chestnut Hill. What a day. I mean, this is absolutely perfect. Not a cloud in the sky, about upper 70s, low 80s temperature.
I'll tell you what, Chris, I live about 4 miles down the street from here in Charlestown, Massachusetts, and the past week and a half have been phenomenal. And how about this? Look who's walking out at quarterback. The transfer from UCF, Thomas Castellanos. First time we're seeing him in an Eagles jersey.
And he'll keep it. And he's got a blocker in front of him. Knocked out of bounds close to midfield. Well, welcome to the Eagles.
Well, I don't think this is the last time you're going to see him in an Eagles jersey either. Coach talked about Castellanos, and we asked him, hey, is it just a package for him? Are there some wrinkles where he'll be in the football game? He said, no, he can run our whole offense. And with the showing that Moorhead had in the first couple series, missed some passes, wasn't able to move the ball down the field, coach might say, hey, look, we're giving this guy a shot, a little more mobility. Let's see what he's got, Eagles fans.
First down near midfield. He'll throw. Outside to Xavier Coleman. He picks up about 5. Ashley, what do you got on Castellanos?
Yeah, before the game today, Eagles offensive coordinator Steve Shimko told me they actually recruited Castellanos out of high school as a running back, but he was determined to play quarterback in his collegiate career, and he did that. But they were so excited when he entered the transfer portal, and you see now he's already on the field in his first season with Boston College.
A lot of quick hitters here too, Mark, as he's moving this team down the field. It'll be, let's see where they mark it, 3rd down and 2.
And how about the confidence behind these throws, right? You know, you're just letting them rip out on the side, and now on 3rd and 2 with a mobile quarterback, a lot more that the defense has to worry about. And you see Emmett Moorhead here, and Castellanos trying to make a name for himself, solidify this position.
Kai Robichaux now in the backfield, a little bit more of a bigger back, and he powers his way up the middle for the first. Robichaux, the transfer from Western Kentucky. Now a late flag on the play in the backfield. Well after the whistle blew.
That was on Kyle Hergel. Just got up in the face of a defensive lineman. The defensive lineman did perform well. Had a nice little flop, but
Devontae O'Malley, I believe, is what it was. Look, you were a defensive player. You want to get in their minds, get in their heads, and force a bad play.
I mean, good move to flop there, take a penalty, have his, the running back start getting at the offensive lineman.
Personal foul and necessary roughness, 60 offense. That 15-yard pull will be assessed after the play. The result of the down is a first down.
Especially knowing what you said earlier, that Hergel has a nasty streak in him, right?
Yep.
So if you know that on the other side, you're going to try and play against that.
Yeah, I mean, if you can neutralize that as a defenseman, right? You say, hey, this guy's going to get in my face, and if he now all of a sudden the refs and the coaches are saying, hey, back off, don't do that type of stuff, you can get in your head a little bit. We'll see how they continue, but still 1st and 10 because the last play resulted in a first down.
just back farther.
On the other side of the field. Run to the outside for 5. That's Broom.
And leading the way, Kyle Hergel. Right? If you get a penalty like that, let's make up. Let's pull around the outside and get some hands on a linebacker. You're going to see this rotation at running back for Boston College. Pat Garwo is going to be in, a big pounder. Alex Broom, a little bit more of that outside hitter. And I apologize, that was Drew Kendall out in front of Alex Broom. You're also going to see Cam Barfield, and we already saw Kai Robichaux, the bigger kind of back they use for protection on third down.
Play action to Broom. Time for Castellanos. Maybe a little miscommunication that time. Trying to find Lewis Bond downfield, but well overthrown.
Lewis Bond actually lost his shoe on that route. Maybe that's why the route wasn't run as crisp. You see him trying to put it back on there right now. Lewis Bond, coaches loved him. You know, player after player that we talked to said, you know, who had the best camp? They said Lewis Bond, man. Watch out for him. Quarterback loves him, run crisp routes. They've already gone his way twice this game. Again, it's how do you replace Zay Flowers? Well, you do it with wide receiver by committee.
Coleman. Can't get there. Picks up maybe a yard, give him a long yard. Jaden Dolphin, the leader of this NIU defense in the middle, tracking him down.
Phenomenal play by Jaden Dolphin. Keeping his flow inside out, making a stop, and you see the Coach Hafley continues to put a little pressure on fourth down as this clock runs out in the quarter. See what he decides on the other side.
Well, some time to think about it. Ball just on the NIU side of the field. It'll be 4th and 2 from the 46. We'll take a break. Defensive battle here at Chestnut Hill, scoreless after 1. Cotter Herzlich Strohline with you here in Chestnut Hill. 4th down as we start the second quarter. And it looks like BC is going to keep the offense on the field. And Thomas Castellanos, who came in for the starter, Emmett Moorhead, and he's been impressive.
He has been impressive. He's been accurate with his throws. He's put some zip on the passes. And really the biggest difference has been in the run game. And this is a guy, you talk about impact of coaching decisions. Darrell Wyatt, the wide receivers coach, came to BC from UCF, brought him along with him, and here he is on 4th down trying to convert for BC.
O'Keefe in motion. Castellanos will keep it. Trying to power his way to the marker, and it looks like he may have gotten there with that second or third effort. He's right on the line, and they give him the first down. He wasn't going to get there at first. Just great individual effort from number 1 in red.
And players feed off that. The defense feeds off that. The O-line feeds off that. Good run.
Now they want to go quickly. Castellanos to throw. Has time to step in the pocket. Going deep for Williams. Just beyond his reach. Good coverage by Javon Bird, forcing a perfect throw, and it was almost just that.
Yeah, and it really could have been a great throw. Just come down a little bit shorter, and it's the right read. Ball's in a good spot. It looks like Jaden Williams caught his feet up a little towards the end of that route.
Little turf monster.
Little turf monster. This is new turf, by the way. They put this in before summer practice. Brand new field at Boston College.
Whistle before the snap.
False start. Offense. Not all 11 players were set before the ball was snapped. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Not the cleanest quarter plus of football that we've seen, Mark, but I guess it's pretty much par for the course for opening weekend.
Yeah, and I think that the penalties, they're annoying, right? But there haven't been any turnovers, and that's the biggest thing. Just keep the ball. Yeah, we can get it back, but you don't want to give any short fields as this 0-0 game winds on. You don't want to give any easy points.
4th penalty offensively in the game for BC. Castellanos nowhere to run here, but he cuts it back inside and stays on his feet. He was dead to rights, Mark. Had 2 defenders right in his mug. And he was able to juke him and pick up 10 yards.
Tell you what, when your quarterback can do this, it is frustrating for a defense. And it's exhilarating for an offense. You feel like, okay, I played dead in the water on 2nd down, could result in 3rd and 10. Well, now it results in 3rd and 6, right? That's manageable. That you can pick up 3rd and 6. And Boston College, see what their play call is. They did go down for 4th down last time out. It's 4-down territory.
Castellanos had Robichaux. Now he's going downfield to nobody, just overthrowing Takis. It looked like he had Robichaux out of the backfield in the flats, pretty open. He might have been able to do something after the catch.
Yeah, he did. You got to learn to bring his eyes back down. You know, so much confidence in number 80. Watch George Takis, big 6'7" target, but he's just covered. And the deep route didn't break off fast enough. You know, I got to say, I haven't seen a lot of urgency from the wide receivers running routes. And it was something that was a theme last year for Boston College, where it was looked like Zay was at a different speed than the rest of the receivers. They have to pick it up and get open for their quarterback, who's obviously doing a lot for them, but they need to be able to move the ball through the air.
Gandati trying to hit the corner, and he does a really nice job. 9-ironing it right at the 5, and that's where NIU will take over. Moments ago, Ashley caught up with Coach Hammock.
Hill, after 1 quarter of play, this game is still scoreless. Joining me now is NIU head coach Thomas Hammock. Coach, your offense is struggling a little bit. You had to call a timeout early on to readjust. What's your goal for them heading into the 2nd quarter?
You know, our headsets went out, so we had to call a timeout to get the headsets together. I like the way our guys are playing with great intensity and effort and finish. It's a physical ball game. It's a softening process, but we built for 4 quarters. I can't wait to watch our kids play.
Coach, thanks.
Sort of mirrors the sentiment that he had when we spoke to him earlier on the week, Mark. Very excited to see what his team can do now on the field. Not much on 1st down here. Good opportunity for BC's defense to stiffen up, force a punt from NIU's own end zone, get the ball back in good field position.
Yeah, 100%. Anytime your punter does what he does, pins him down inside the 5, your offense starts salivating because they know, hey, we could possibly get the ball back in striking distance around that 50-yard line. Now it's up to the defense. Hey, how much can we keep them backed up and put pressure on their punt team?
Lombardi to throw, rolls the pocket. Has a receiver, that's Ruckowitz. Out to the 19, 12 yards and a 1st down.
Kasper Ruckowitz, he's their underneath slot receiver. He's also the leader. He's the alpha in the wide receiver room as NIU tries to go fast.
Give to Williams. Tries to find a hole, can't find much of one, gets 2 yards.
Big play there by Cam Horsley, the senior defensive lineman out of New Jersey. And when we talked to the coaches, they said, hey, Cam Horsley, he's got to be the unsung hero of our defense. He's a big guy. He's had that experience. 6'3", 315-pound guy. He can be our run stopper. He did a great job on that last play, stuffing the run.
Well, they got more depth now, too, right? I mean, they had Chris Banks, who transferred from Temple before last year. You throw in George Rooks, who transferred from Michigan, to have more depth in the middle of this line.
They do. Playing cover 0 here.
Brown, nowhere to go. Nothing doing on that left side, just a whole gaggle of Eagles making the stop. 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, big play by Owen McGowan, the redshirt sophomore linebacker. And a 3rd down, Boston College makes wholesale substitutions. They finally have a rush package. Look for number 6, look for number 11. These big guys can really get off the edge.
Yes, Salah is near side, bottom of your screen, poised. There's a Raku on the top.
There's Salah right there.
Tight end in motion, now in the slot near side. Lombardi to throw, pressure coming off the edge. He avoids it initially. Now a shovel pass, outstanding play. Barnes still on his feet to the 46. 25 yards on the pitch and catch, and what awareness from Rocky Lombardi.
He just sidestepped Eli Jones. Elijah Jones, one of their top cornerbacks, had Rocky Lombardi dead to rights, and Rocky Lombardi, hey, he's been around. He's seen it all. He understands the corner blitz. He snuck out of it and found his outlet. Really good pickup and heads-up play by Rocky Lombardi.
Moments ago, we were talking about BC maybe stuffing them into their own end zone from the 5-yard line. Now they're out beyond the 45-yard line. Old school with a fullback in a 3-point stand. And the handoff to Williams. Gets about 3.
Doesn't look fancy, but it does the job. You pick up 3 yards, 4 yards on first down. Those things are deflated. You just mentioned it. You start a drive inside the 4, and the defense now with hands on their hips, hey, it's a different feel now. Now it feels like Rocky Lombardi is getting his team into striking distance, and they're really doing a good job up in the middle.
Interesting formation, heavy on the top of your screen. Now they bring someone in motion. That's dangerous. Lombardi keeps it. I don't know if he was designed to keep it, but the defense was such in the backfield, Mark, he had to.
Yeah, it didn't look good. And sometimes it doesn't look good because you do something wrong. Sometimes it doesn't look good because guys just make a play. Jalen Blackwell was just in the backfield, stopping the pitch, and good job on the backside by Neto Akpala, keeping his responsibility and staying with the quarterback. It brings up 3rd down and 8. Boston College did not substitute their pass rush team on. They do have Sheeta Salah and Donovan Azaraku on the edge. Azaraku, top of your screen.
Showing pressure up the middle. Play clock down to 3. Lombardi does just get it off. No chance. Rutkowitz wanted a call, ain't gonna get it. Elijah Jones defending on the play, bringing up 4th down.
And there's the 6-year senior making a big play on 3rd down. And look at the patience. Anytime you start up on the line of scrimmage playing that nickel back position, you know you're about to get a quick move. It was a great job of getting his hand out in front, looking back to the football. Big play by Elijah Jones, who led the ACC in passes defended last year.
Foley on to punt once more. And Jade Williams standing at his own 10. End over end kick. Williams coming up to make the catch. Now he'll let it bounce and wisely gets away from it. It'll roll dead just inside the 15. BC once again will try and break the scoreless deadlock when we come back to Chestnut Hill.
Around here, we like to keep things simple and honest.
Sure do. That's why at Progressive, we show you rates from other companies, even if they're lower than ours, so you can choose what's best for your family.
Comparing rates used to be a hard day's work, but not with AutoQuote Explorer.
Need me to help again?
No.
So join us and taste why Progressive is the name people trust. Sorry, are we talking about apples now or insurance? Why is that funny?
Long weekends are for you time. You drilling, you clearing, you planting, and you saving. Do Labor Day your way by shopping at the Home Depot.
While corporations love their jargon, farmers prefer to tell it like it is. So when we say 96% of Illinois farms are owned and operated by families, we're not exaggerating. Illinois family farmers. We are the 96%.
Appreciate that, Kelsey. Back here at Chestnut Hill. Scoreless, 8:44 mark of this second quarter. It's been a punt fest here, and defenses have come up big around the middle of the field. Teams have moved the ball a little bit to get it in the middle of the field, but then the defenses have stiffened up. BC running the ball up the middle on first down to pick up 4 yards. And if you're just joining us as well, Emmett Moorhead was a starter for Boston College. A couple of series in, Mark. They turned to Thomas Castellanos, the transfer from UCF, and he's been in ever since.
He has been in ever since, and if it wasn't for 2 penalties on the last drive, he was moving the ball well down the field. Just a dual threat quarterback. He showed accuracy with his throws so far. They haven't opened up on any deep balls yet or anything in the middle of the field. There it is.
Right over the middle. Takis can't hang on. That was a well-thrown ball.
That has to come. You have to come down with that football. George Takis, they need that presence in the middle of the field. They're 6'6", 255-pound grad student. That's the catch he can make. Good football thrown by Thomas Castellanos.
Takis, the transfer from Notre Dame, beat up much of the year last year. He's a hell of an athlete.
Here's
out of that
Ryan
tight end
O'Keefe,
spot.
that speedster in the slot. See if they send him out.
Castellanos to throw. Huskies bring just 4, overthrown, looking for Bond. Look at that ball, might have been tipped at the line of scrimmage. Sailed over his head. Castellanos is like, all right. Roy Williams got a piece of it. 3 and out.
Good job by NIU's defense. Roy Williams made a nice play, and I don't know, if you're a Boston College fan right now, you're sitting here saying, who are we? Do we have Emmett Moore? What's the confidence like? We've been hearing all offseason how great he's been. Now, a few bad throws, and now we have Castellanos. Like, who is this Boston College team? And NIU's trying to take advantage of the lack of identity on offense that Boston College is showing.
Rutkowitz is going to let it bounce. Takes a Boston College hop. 41 yards without a return. Huskies again on offense when we come back. Still scoreless. New segment this year at our ACC games. We call it Herzlich's Heroes. What are we talking about here, Mark?
We're talking about Pat Garwo. We want to highlight a player that's in this game who does stuff off the field. Pat Garwo spent his time this offseason and this summer going out and volunteering with Boston Bengals Pop Warner program. The Pop Warner program had to relocate at times. Their field that they played on is right near a large homeless contingency population in downtown Boston. There were needles, there were drugs, there were things on the field that did not allow the students to play. And Pat Garwo has gone out to this team, encouraged the young players, been with them, taught them how football can change your life, and we're honoring Pat Garwo today in his service to the greater Boston community. Good job, Pat.
Yeah, love it. Check out Herzlich's Heroes every week here on the ACC Network. Another chance for Ontario Brown, and the Huskies patient running by Brown, enables him to get 7 yards out.
Really good job on the gap scheme with the pullers. Brown just followed the big bodies and allowed things to develop up front. Picking up these yardage on first down. NIU really imposing their will on these first down plays.
It seems like everybody stalls out right at midfield in this game so far. Can NIU put together a drive, some consecutive first downs, and get into scoring range? Brown again sidesteps the tackler in the backfield, but nowhere to go. Maybe a yard. Cam Arnold was knifing in early. Brown looked like he was able to sidestep that tackle, but not the middle of this ferocious defensive attack by the Eagles. So here we go. 3rd down and the long 2 to keep this drive alive. Right at midfield. Gavin Williams in the game, Mark.
Yeah, substitutions galore for NIU. Guys running on the field, back off the field. Personnel, it looks like some confusion right now.
Rudolph will be at the bottom of your screen. Now he's going to be joined by Patterson and Rutkowitz. And too much confusion.
Yeah. Timeout. Northern Illinois. Their 3rd and final of the half.
Offensive coordinator Eric Iden is upstairs, and head coach Thomas Hammock's deciding this is a big 3rd down in this first half. Let's talk about it. We'll be back. Okay, wasn't he in the corner? Now for today's Aflac trivia question. Name the 3 Boston College players to win Conference Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh, I know it.
Yeah. Really? I mean, this is really easing into the season with this one.
Yeah.
I mean, we could give I could give so many hints. Just rattle them off right now, but we won't. We'll let you stew on it for a little bit. 3rd and 2, quickly to the line. Ooh. Lombardi fakes. Now he goes deep downfield, has a receiver open. Can they hook up? Yes, at the 20-yard line.
He found him. Oh, baby. Right off that play action, I'll tell you what, really good sell by Rocky Lombardi. Amari Jackson was on a corner blitz and flew right by him. And great touch on the pass to deliver it to his 6'7" tight end, Chris Carter. They were waiting for Chris Carter to make a splash in this game, and here it was. Look, right there, defensive back right past Lombardi, and there it is. Good play, good execution down inside the red zone for the first time this game.
Red zone. That thing is called the red zone there. At the 20-yard line.
Nice to meet
right,
you.
Yes, first time we've had either one of these teams in the red zone. Can the Huskies take advantage? Brown, nowhere to run. Absolutely stuffed everybody on that Boston College defense involved.
Everybody was in there, and Boston College on that 3rd and 2 really sold out. They had the right play called, just better execution by the offense. And Rocky Lombardi, in his experience, right, 7 years playing college football, the red zone is practiced so many times. This is really where that experience can come into play, understanding defenses and what's going to be open.
Ruckowitz in motion. Now back to the bottom. They fake to him, give it to Brown. Inside the 15, it'll bring up 3rd down and a long 4. Cam Arnold on the tackle.
Lots of motions, lots of post-snap runners behind the line of scrimmage, seal blocks. And all that does is change gaps for Boston College's defense, and now sets up a 3rd down that's very gettable. Huge play in this game for Boston College defensively and for NIU. This is a turning point of 4 points, 4-point play. Hold them to a field goal in 3, and they score, get a 1st down, have 7.
Lombardi to throw. Brown stays in the block. Ruckowitz, can he make a man miss? No, he can't. He's inside the 10, down to the 6 for the 1st down, but Cole Batson with a touchdown-saving tackle.
I mean, great execution of the play again. It looks like Rocky Lombardi is building some confidence. Right now, again, no huddle, hurry-up offense. He's calling the play right now. That call came from Rocky Lombardi. Let's see what it is.
He keeps it. Got to make a man miss. He rolls inside the 3, down to about the 2.5.
It's just as I mentioned, he's calling that play. It's calls a play for himself. Rocky Lombardi has so much confidence in his game. And part of what he's developed, being a coach's son, being around so many different offenses for so many years, he's developed a confidence within the coaching staff and said, look, you have the keys to our offense, especially in the red zone, especially in 2 minutes. You can call plays, and we'll back you up. Big play here on 2nd down goal.
Got the fullback Lampy in along with Brown. Now Brown will be as an H-back. Whistle blows just before the snap and a flag. This is going to be movement against the Huskies. That's costly here.
False start. Offense, number 11. 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
First penalty of the game against NIU, and that hurts. You're at the 2-yard line. You can just pound it in. Now you go back to the 7 on 2nd down. You got to open up the playbook a little bit more.
Yeah, these aren't spread, throw it all over the field offenses. You know, when you have an offense like that, you're constantly going to get incomplete 20-yard pickup. These type of offenses on both sides, they get hurt much worse by these penalties. Rocky Lombardi split out wide at the top of your screen.
It's Justin Lynch at quarterback. Throws it out to Brown. He gets into the end zone. A little trickeration, and NIU gets on the board. They split Lombardi up top. They bring in Justin Lynch. Last year a quarterback, this year a tailback, and the brother of the great Jordan Lynch at Northern Illinois, and they score.
Well, Justin Lynch has done a little bit of it all. He's played quarterback, he's played wide receiver, he's played halfback. Really good execution. Down in the goal line, taking a chance, allowing someone beside your quarterback to throw the football, having confidence in Ontario Brown. First points on the board, NIU.
Jake Seibert with the PAT and splits the uprights. Took us a little while to get here, almost a full half of football. But one of these teams finally found pay dirt, and it's the NIU Huskies. They bring in Justin Lynch. He hits Ontario Brown out of the backfield, 7-0, Northern Illinois. Impressive Husky drive. eating up more than 5 minutes on the clock. 7-0. NIU with the lead as we are inside of 3 minutes to play in this first half.
Really solid drive, a drive that is typical Thomas Haddock. Round and pound, get the softness in that defense through little passes out to the side, running it up the middle, then a little trickeration on the goal line for a touchdown.
Little's kick is high and short. One of the upmen's going to have to return it at 28. Right at the 30-yard line is where BC will take over. Mark, let's look at that touchdown again.
Yeah, it was an unbalanced formation by NIU. Right here, that fullback, don't count him. He's covered up by this wide receiver, so the linebackers need to bump over. There's no one in this window right here, and that's what Justin sees. It just turns and throws it, and there's no one in that lane until too late. Really good job of outnumbering the defense to the bottom side of the field and capitalizing on it.
Castellanos back in a quarterback for BC. He's got Alex Broom in the backfield. Eagles looking to answer before the half. Broom with the carry. Gets 4. Ray Thomas on the tackle for NIU. Castellanos to throw. NIU brings just 4, so he has time underneath. That's Williams. Stopped just before the first down marker to gain. They got to get to the 40. He's at the 39. Jordan Hansen on the stop. It'll bring up 3rd and 1.
Really good decision by Castellanos to come down. You saw him peek to Ryan O'Keefe on the deep corner route, but just took what the defense gave him, and that's showing maturity within this first game. Bring up 3rd and 1.
Picked up and then some. Ashley, what's going on?
Yeah, guys, I can tell you when that Boston College defensive unit came off the field, they were not happy. A lot of conversation going on. One player, cornerback Elijah Jones, looked at his teammates and said, stop arguing on the field. Another player stepped in and said, hey, we've got to relax. We are doing fine, but they are very upset. They let Northern Illinois get on the board first.
Yeah, Elijah Jones, a graduate student, veteran out of Harlem, New York, trying to take control of the team as they come down to the sideline after a 5-minute-plus drive that ended up in the end zone. Kate Haberman shaken up a little bit on the play. Defensive tackle out of Blair, Nebraska. All right, coming up at the auto owners halftime report. Kelsey Riggs, Eddie Royal, Eric McLean going to get you caught up with the Auto Owners Insurance halftime show. Miami talking about them rolling in the opener. Louisville came back big time last night in Atlanta. And an update on the Wahoos in Nashville. That was a close one last time we checked. Taking on Tennessee. It's all coming up. The Auto Owners halftime report. Fresh set of downs for Boston College. Alex Broom now in the backfield with Castellanos. Got Broom out here, sees him. A lot of room to run. Inside of NIU territory, down to the 37.
If they can use Alex Broom like that, he is going to be effective for this offense. Look at this no-huddle offense. You think Thomas Castellanos doesn't know the offense? Here we go, no huddle.
Still looking to throw, has all kinds of time going to the end zone. Williams is out there, makes the catch, but he's out of bounds.
How about that? You come off a swing pass with success and you run a 4 verticals. Usually you see that quick to the line. Hey, we're going to run the ball on first down. They wanted to take a shot a little bit too far outside of the reach of Jaden Williams.
Castellanos to throw again. Williams drops it. Wow. And room to run if he'd have brought that in too.
It's been 3 drops by Boston College that have really stalled drives. The George Takis drop on the slant route that could have picked up a first down. Another one I believe Joe Griffin had, and then this one by Jaden Williams, which would have resulted in another first down.
O'Keefe can't get away from the defense. Beautiful job by Nate Valcarcel.
Phenomenal play. Hearing some Boo Birds out instead of Eagles fans. And this is a tricky part of the field.
It's 4th and 12.
You don't
Loss
go
on the
for
play.
it, but do you punt it? I mean, you got to just chip punt it.
Connor Litton, by the way, who would be their normal kicker, is out today. So it's Liam Connor, who is a kickoff specialist, would be kicking field goals all day for BC, and they're opting to punt.
But he hasn't kicked a field goal in college.
No,
right?
not since high school. He had a whistle on the play. Let's figure out what's going on here for Billy Williams.
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down. A timeout has been called to avoid the 10-second runoff by Boston College.
Well, there you
That's
go.
their first.
Intentional delay game penalty. They wanted to give more room for their punter.
Well, yeah, but they declined the penalty. They declined the 10-second runoff. They called a timeout, so they wouldn't have the 10-second runoff. At least that's what Billy Williams said.
I think that's why Jeff Hafley's pointing up at the clock right now.
Doesn't want the timeout. Now we get another whistle just as we snap the ball. Now, first week jitters for everybody involved.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to save the time on the clock if you're going to give it back.
Boston College does not want to take that timeout. Therefore, there'll be a 10-second runoff. Please give Boston College back their timeout. They'll have 3 timeouts remaining. Please set the clock to 15 seconds. Thank you.
There
the clock will start on my whistle.
Okay, 15 seconds.
Still sounds so smooth when he says it, though.
No question. I mean, again, this is a part-time job being an ACC official. He's got to be doing radio or some voiceover work during the week.
Like Delilah.
Dottie will punt it. And he's just trying to run as much of that 15 seconds off the clock and kill it inside the 10. That's a beautiful job by Ken Dottie. Second time today, he's been able to kill it inside the 5. And the clock has wound down. We've reached the half. NIU with a 7-0 lead over Boston College here on a gorgeous day at Chestnut Hill. Let's send it to Kelsey Riggs and the crew in studio. Getting set to start the second half at Chestnut Hill. Northern Illinois up 7-0 over Boston College. It's the statue of Doug Flutie. They may need Doug Flutie in the second half the way this offense is going. Let's take a look at our Athletic Brewing Company drive recap. It's the only drive of the game that led to a touchdown mark, and it's a chance for Ontario Brown and the Huskies patient running by Brown. Lombardi.
Thomas Haddock, he loves the ground and pound, opening up with a play-action pass. That was the deep ball right there. And then a little trickeration, split your quarterback out wide and let your running back pitch it out to his buddy in the room, Ontario Brown. And that's how we have any points in this game. Turnovers have been very costly for both teams. That drive ended in a touchdown.
Chris Cotter and Mark Herzlich with you in the booth. And, they went to Thomas Castellanos, Boston College did, and they stayed with him. Didn't put any points on the board, but they got something going offensively, at least a little bit of a spark, but they just haven't been able to mount any drives.
No, they haven't, and they had a scoreless half of football. They led the ACC in scoreless halves of football last year. Not something you want to lead anything in. And Boston College, they have to figure it out. They're going to be kicking the ball away to start this off. The defense wants to get going strong after giving up a touchdown towards the end of the first half. And then let's gain some momentum on offense. I misspoke earlier. It wasn't turnovers that hurt them. It was penalties. Limit the penalties.
Liam Connor will kick off for BC to start this second half. And he does just so. Fair catch made by the Huskies. So we'll see them take over offensively to start this second half. Ashley Stroline is with us down on the field.
Yeah, guys, Boston College head coach Jeff Hafley told me coming out of the tunnel, he went into the locker room, he talked to his guys, he said, look, let's just go out there and play football. On offense, we have to execute. On defense, sometimes you're going to get punched in the mouth, and that's what happens. You will give up a touchdown. This is the game of football. He wants his guys to go out there and really do what they know how to do, and he said, you mentioned those penalties, we can't have any more of those.
Thank you, Ashley. Lombardi, 5 of 11 for 91 yards in that first half. Brown had that lone touchdown you saw through the air, 21 yards on 9 carries. Both these teams offensively challenged, but the one drive of the game that was able to end up in a touchdown is Northern Illinois. Here's Brown again, cuts it back, has a hole, gets to the sticks, and he's going to be just a little bit shy, maybe a foot and a half shy of the first down, 9 yards for Brown. Good carry to start the second half.
Yeah, good adjustment by Rocky Lombardi. He changed the play to go opposite. Put the run game to the right-hand side. He wanted to run that B-gap inside zone. And a good job by Ontario Brown finding that opening and 9 yards on first down.
Wants to get on the hip of 69. Nolan Potter, NFL prospect at that right tackle spot. Brown. Bounce outside, lost the football and got it back. Not only did he get it back, but he picked up about 7 yards after he got it back.
Talk about friendly bounces. Ontario on the split zone. You see the tight end coming back. And ball bounces right to him. Another huge run. That's back-to-back. You know, Jeff Hafley said, hey, we'll get hit in the mouth. You don't want to get hit in the mouth on the first 2 plays of the second half. Sometimes on defense, it's time to start hitting people in the mouth.
That about equaled Brown's entire rushing output in the first half. Those 2 plays. Now they're close to midfield. Lombardi under center. Give to Lynch on the end around, and he's going to be stuffed for no gain, maybe even a loss. Jalen Blackwell in the backfield.
Good trigger by Jalen Blackwell.
Lost a yard, 2nd and 11.
Eric Eidsness, the offensive coordinator, you know, he's just running his game plan. I think when he went back and he said, hey, let's take a recap of this first half, it was, hey, we're doing what we need to do. Right now we're in the lead. Boston College hasn't shown any signs of really being able to put points on the board. Let's run the football, get back to play action. I'm sure we'll see a deep ball at some point.
Lombardi stands tall in the pocket, has a receiver downfield. First down and more. That's Carter again. Carter's listed as a tight end, but he just looks to me like a tall receiver out there.
Yeah, and anytime you get crowded and you're a quarterback, you try to look for the biggest white jersey you can find. That's going to be Chris Carter, number 11.
This time to the outside, finds Trayvon Rudolph. That might be his first catch of the day, 4 yards for Rudolph. Injured all of last year. Now back in the lineup, and they missed his explosiveness, 85.
They missed his explosiveness. They missed his ability. And it was really his freshman year when they won the MAC that he had a coming out party. He's a former walk-on and got hurt last year, and coming back as the leading receiver, it felt like he's worked really hard this offseason and taking a leadership role on the offense.
Yeah, 2 years ago, 51 catches, 900 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Lombardi steps up. Wheel route, trying to find Lynch out of the backfield. It was almost picked off on the deflection. Nice job by Victor Nelson in coverage, and Alex Washington was there looking for the deflection. Couldn't quite bring it in, though.
Yeah, and these are the things that Boston College is excited about in their defense. They have depth. Victor Nelson, the backup strong safety, backing up John Pupil. He's a transfer in from Long Island University. They love his length. They love his awareness. Really good job when the starter is out, making a big play, bringing up 3rd down.
3rd down and 6. Gavin Williams in the backfield with Rocky Lombardi. Lampy in motion. He'll block. They give it to Williams. Has blockers on the edge. Gets the first down and a lot more. Inside the 20. Bangs his way down to the 15. Big chunks in this run game on this first drive for NIU.
NIU collapsed the edge of the Boston College defense. Good job sealing off the middle linebacker. You see number 5, Cam Arnold, not able to get over top, and another big run. This is exactly how Thomas Hammock wanted his team to start this second half. You score at the end of the first, You march down the field, first down on the 15-yard line. That's what you like to see. Lombardi split out again to the bottom of your screen. There he is.
Lynch keeps it. Inside the 5, tried to get to the pylon, but was banged out of bounds by Nelson again. 13 yards on the keeper. So they're using Justin Lynch in a variety of different packages, and he's making the most of it.
They really are, and got away with a little hold on the edge, it looks like. But where 2 years ago you might have seen Rocky Lombardi do some of that stuff, you know, we talked to coach, they want to protect Rocky. You know, not as much designed run for him. And it looks like their plan is to bring Justin Lynch in those situations, and he's been very successful.
And he can throw it because he has a touchdown pass, the only touchdown of this game in the first half. First and goal. 3 tight ends in the game. Brown now in motion. He'll keep it on the end around and will score easily. His second of the day, 1 receiving, 1 rushing. NIU increases their advantage.
And no resistance from Jeff Hafley's defense on that drive. Great execution by the offense. They go inside run, they go outside run, but the edges, shore up the edges of your defense. You got to send it back inside. Jeff Hafley, being a defensive guy, is not going to be pleased.
Great block on the outside by Grayson Barnes, who's had a heck of a game, even though he's not putting up huge numbers in the receiving game. He's been all over the place. Now Seibert for the PAT try. That's good. A dream starts in this second half for the Huskies. They take the kickoff and march the length of the field. Polished off with Ontario Brown score 14-0 NIU.
Around here, we like to keep things simple and honest.
Sure do. That's why at Progressive, we show you rates from other companies, even if they're lower than ours, so you can choose what's best for your family.
Comparing rates used to be a hard day's work, but not with AutoQuote Explorer.
Need me to help again?
No.
So join us and taste why Progressive is the name people trust. Sorry, are we talking about apples now or insurance? Why is that funny?
AI has the power to generate solutions, but if it's using unverified data, it could generate problems. Your business doesn't just need AI, it needs the right AI for your business. Introducing Watson X, a platform designed to multiply output by tailoring AI to your needs. When you Watson X your business, you can train, tune, and deploy AI, all with your trusted data. Let's create the right AI for your business with Watson X. IBM, let's create.
Ontario Brown with the second touchdown of the day, the one-time South Carolina commit before he decided to matriculate in Northern Illinois. Puts the Huskies up 14-0 here, early going in the third quarter. Students are back at school, so they're having fun today. Beautiful day to catch some rays. I think it just moved in this week, right, Mark? Isn't that when sort of Boston and BU and Harvard and everybody starts school here in the Boston area?
Yeah, and a lot of these students live off campus, right? And this was in the rentals turnover. Rentals turnover September 1st, so you see all the mattresses on the side of the road. It's tell you what, if you got a minivan or something, you could do some good shopping on the side of the road in Boston.
Little boots it into the end zone. O'Keefe. Haven't seen much of him today, trying to get it going in the return game. Now he's got blockers in front of him, sidesteps a tackler and was almost loose. 27 yards on the return. More football today and tonight on the ACC Network. Got Wofford and Pitt, 3:30 Eastern. Then at 4 o'clock on ACC Network Extra, Colgate up in Syracuse. Couple of upstate New York teams. And then 8 o'clock right here on the ACC Network, Old Dominion at Virginia Tech. All three also available on the ESPN app. Watch out for the Monarchs. You and I did Old Dominion and Virginia last year, and they took the Cavaliers right down in the last second. That's a very well-coached football team.
They have some playmakers, too.
They do. One of their playmakers from last year is now switched, right? Ollie Jennings is now at Virginia Tech.
Yep, you're right.
So check him out, one of the top receivers in the conference, we think. Flag on the play. We'll wait to hear from Billy Williams.
Holding, offense number 73. 10-yard penalty for the previous spot, remains first out.
Not a great start offensively for Coach Hafley here in the second half. Christian Mahogany guilty of the holding call. He's got Emmett Moorhead back in at quarterback, Mark.
Yeah, and I think, who knows, right? The mindset right now in terms of quarterbacks, and it's such a pivotal part of this game and a pivotal part of their season.
Garwo looking to get the running game going. Bounces off a tackler, carrying another couple of tacklers forward, just shy of the 30. C.J. Brown on the tackle. That 13 yards puts him over 100 yards rushing on the game, and significant because last year they averaged just over 63 a game. So they wanted to improve that part of the game, and they're doing it here, but now they face a 3rd and 6.
And saw Pat Garwo. I mean, this dude's just one solid muscle, and that is reminiscent of the A.J. Dillon days, just running over safeties. A.J. Dillon in the house today. Saw him on the field being honored before the game with his wife Gabrielle and his new baby Trey. And that's a running back right there who would love to live in A.J. Dillon's shoes.
BC 2 for 8 on 3rd down. 3rd and 6, Moorhead to throw. The sideline, going up to make the catch beautifully on that sideline. The far sideline was Joe Griffin. We talked in the open about how they've had so many playmakers on the outside, whether it's O'Keefe coming in this year, whether it's big plays last year in that 5'11", 6-foot range. Now they got a 6'3" dude in Griffin on the outside.
Yeah, and that's a throw into double coverage. Not a great throw, except when you have a wide receiver like Joe Griffin. A great play, individual effort by Griffin.
This is where BC is stalled out offensively all afternoon long, right around that big red BC marker at midfield. Moorhead throwing. Just disconnects with Griffin again.
And NIU, they are not afraid of the pass game. Their safeties are cheated up. They're playing man-to-man on the receivers on the outside. Joe Griffin, he was manned up, and a slant route, that has to be caught, has to be delivered, has to be caught. But these types of miscues, you continue these into the 3rd quarter, this 14-point deficit is going to look bigger and bigger.
2nd down and 10 for Coach Hafley and his crew. They bring in Alex Broom. Bond in motion. Now he goes back outside. They'll reverse it to O'Keefe. NIU strings it out. O'Keefe takes a big hit. Gets about 2 yards. Really paid for his effort. Jacob Finley came up from that cornerback spot and stuck him.
A lot of excitement around Ryan O'Keefe.
Officials timeout for injury.
Finley might be feeling it after that hit.
Yeah. Watch here, he comes in.
Ooh, the helmet on the knee even.
Yeah, and I think it's the stumble. You know, it's a good tackle. It's just, you know, sometimes you get that knee to the head. I think they're probably looking at him for a concussion.
3rd down and 8. Converted last time on 3rd down. Here comes pressure. It's picked up initially. Moorhead throws. Can't connect with Takis. James Esther led the way for the Huskies. Beautifully timed. Little delay on that blitz, forcing Moorhead out of the pocket.
Yeah, good job bringing pressure and really inaccurate. You know, this is the type of play you got to make man-to-man across the board in the back end. I mean, this is what you want for your wide receivers. Now, I will give some credit to these quarterbacks. The wide receivers are doing nothing in terms of getting off of corners and getting open.
Candotti forces Rutkowitz back at his 8. He makes a fair catch. Candotti's been their best player on the day. Northern Illinois has got to go the full length of the field, but they're up 14. Got a moment here in the 3rd quarter. Let's answer our Aflac trivia question. Name the 3. Sorry, didn't mean to speak over the duck. Name the 3 Boston College players to win Conference Defensive Player of the Year award. This is the easiest question of the year. I mean, 2 94s.
Yep.
Thais Kiwanuka and Mark Hertzlich. And then Luke Kuechly right there, number 40. He's got his jersey retired. The red ones you're telling me are retired. And look at that picture right there.
You like that?
Oh, look at the hair on Hertzlick on the right.
See, that was me teaching Luke everything he needed to know. Right there. I said, hey, look, right there, this is how you play football. And then he took it and ran. So
the head of curly hair. I mean, now I see where your son Boston gets it from.
Yeah, Matthias and I have talked. We say, hey, look, if you want to throw 94 up on that wall and just do like Herzanuka, we're totally fine with it.
I think both of you should get that honor for sure. There'll be a couple of others you'll see over the next couple of years. Andre Williams, a huge career as a running back here, but I think you and the 94s should have a spot up there between you two guys.
And we'll get a 4 up there eventually too. Zay Flowers, really excited to see what he's going to do in the NFL.
And, O'Keefe hopes you could put 2 4s up there for both he and Flowers, but he's not off to a great start today. We haven't seen much of 4 in red.
No, only 10 yards receiving.
2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. Lombardi will throw again. As time, Rutkowitz makes the catch, and he's up near the 1st down marker. He's right on it. That's a really good route and throw by Lombardi, isn't it?
And a lot of credit to NIU and this offensive scheme, understanding Boston College is going to play a lot of man-to-man. Hey, we're going to get a mismatch with a safety on a wide receiver and just working leverages. And good route, good execution. And that's why NIU, the score looks like it is. They're executing their offense and Boston College is not.
Fresh set of downs as we tick inside. We're close to the halfway mark of this 3rd quarter. Lombardi to throw quickly as a receiver. That's Rudolph. They want the ball in his hands in every way possible, and he's going to get another 1st down.
Great job. They got Chris Carter, the big tight end, number 11, out in front, blocking a cornerback. I mean, it's, again, another great execution, and it doesn't seem like the awareness for Boston College defensively is there. Hey, we got a big tight end out here and a speedy wide receiver. Do we think they might run behind the big tight end and give it to the speedy wide receiver?
Lombardi to throw. Fakes it, out loses the football. Still loose. I think the Eagles may have come up with it at the bottom of the pile. This will be a huge turnover, and they do.
Rolling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. 1st down, Boston College.
Lombardi's first real mistake of the day, and Chris Banks was right there to make him pay for it, falling on it. Boston College is now in business.
Big mistake by Lombardi, but credit to number 4. Watch Neto Akpala. He does jump, don't want to jump when he pumps, but he stayed home for the quarterback. And then you see the scrappiness of Boston College pulling that back out.
I wonder if Akpala got a piece of it there when it was,
I don't know.
Rolling on the field of a fumble is under review.
And they might be looking at that arm. It looks like he tries to pump fake a little sidearm pass.
Well, tuck rule here.
That's a cool camera angle. Good job, cameraman.
I wonder if Neto got a piece of the ball and dislodged it, because it did look like Lombardi was trying to bring it back. Like he wanted a sidearm throw, then was trying to bring it back when Akpala did not jump. Quick hands by Neto Akpala to get in there regardless.
Let's take a look.
No, he definitely brought it back. You know what I'm saying?
He brought it back, and the arm motion's going forward. It doesn't look like he ever secures it going down to the ground. You see this right here, like that's a pass attempt. To me, I think
if it comes out during that arm motion forward.
I think so. It's when it's coming back into his body. So anytime that hand starts moving forward, even if it's sidearm, I think they'll probably call incomplete.
Jason Boykin is our replay official.
After review, the ruling on the field of a fumble stands.
All right,
1st down, Boston College.
Not enough for Boykin and the crew to change it. So it's a big play by that Boston College defense. They absolutely needed one. Now they got it. They're giving Castellanos, who's back in there now, a short field to operate with.
Yeah, they are. Big break for Boston College. They have to capitalize. Look for Joe Griffin, number 2, in motion right now.
They get it to O'Keefe. Stiff arms a defender. Picks up about 6. Actually, a nice job by Amarian Knight to stay with him. Number 4 is so dangerous out in space.
Yeah, he's fast. And not just kind of fast. Talk with Moorhead, he says he's the fastest guy I ever seen. Straight line speed on the field, and Brian O'Keefe's been used a lot in the underneath stuff. He's got strength at that small stature as well. Watch Joe Griffin, top of your screen. He's the red zone threat.
Instead, they hand it to Broom. Tough running. Thought that hog tie might bring him down initially, but he stays on his feet, picks up an extra yard or so. That may be enough to get him a first down. Got an injured Husky on the field. Timeout as the training staff attends to him.
This is timeout for injury.
Let's see if we can get a number. We'll get you a number on the other side. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. Boston College driving down 14. 99 in white, Pierce Opong was the one who was injured on that last play. He just walked off under his own power.
A little friendly fire from his own player.
Good. Helmet to helmet there.
He did walk off. Back in the tent now, getting checked out.
Broom was able to fight for first down yardage on that play, so it's 1st and 10 from the 15. Without question, the deepest penetration by this Boston College offense all day. Broom trying to stay in bounds to get extra yardage. Run out. Give him 3. What we've seen so far, it's definitely a two-headed monster here with Garwo and Broom. Now Castellanos will look to run it himself. Can he get to the corner? No. Great job tracking him down by the Huskies. Devon Lafayette didn't let him get that edge.
No, and good awareness by NIU's defense. Boston College had this big bunch into the near sideline, and they covered it up well. Looks like a little bit of a broken play. And 3rd down. I mean, this is such an important down right now with 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, down by 14 points with no momentum. You got to convert right here. Joe Griffin, watch the big guy in the end zone.
He's looking that way. Now he comes back over to O'Keefe's side. That's Bond in the middle. Touchdown, Boston College.
And a strike from Castellanos right to Lewis Bond. We talked about Lewis Bond, his maturity, how he's grown, his smooth route running ability, and when everyone's focused on Joe Griffin and Ryan O'Keefe, watch number 11 right in the back of the end zone. Great patience by the quarterback, good route and catch by the wide receiver.
Connor converts, 14-7, so BC takes advantage of the great defensive play. The turnover, they go 25 yards for the score.
And it really was just your mesh route. You're going to get inside crossers here, and then this is Bond. He's going to sneak towards the back of the end zone. And you get the underneath route from O'Keefe, the running back coming out, and just a wide open zone in the end zone. Great play design by Steve Shimko, and even better execution by Castellanos.
Ashley Stroline down on the field.
Out of halftime, he told me, okay, the reason for Thomas Castellanos playing today, he had a great camp and he deserves it. He says switching out the 2 quarterbacks in Emmett Moorhead and Castellanos was... Now you're seeing the results of that. Castellanos moving this offense, connecting for his first touchdown since becoming a member of this Boston College Eagles football team.
Yeah, and to clean up what Ashley said, it broke up for you as well, but it was a plan, right? They knew they were going to use both quarterbacks, but it does look like it's favoring Castellanos now, where we thought Castellanos might have, 10, 12 plays. Looks like it's his team right now.
Luca Lombardo in the kick for Boston College. High kick. It's going to be taken at the 6-yard line by Rudolph. Bounces it outside, gets it to the 21. Here's what's coming up on the ACC network. Got Pitt and Wofford, about 3:30 Eastern time. Prime time is Old Dominion and Virginia Tech.
The Pitt game, check out Phil Dracovic, right?
Yeah, former Boston College Eagle. Old Dominion and Virginia Tech. It's a in-state rivalry that's a little bit more heated than a lot of people, I think, probably realize. It's an opportunity for Old Dominion to make a big statement in-state.
Sure is. They've
done it before.
They dominated in-state last year.
Yes. Here's Williams. Oh, now maybe that BC defense is fired up a bit. Picks up just a yard on first down.
It's really interesting how one side of the ball can spark confidence in the other side of the ball. And you saw that shot of Castellanos walking on the sideline, fired up, high-fiving his team. That type of energy from your quarterback, it sets a ripple effect. And Boston College defense now, if they can come out and get a stop here, Boston College mentality will be completely different than it was after that first drive of the second half.
A drive that the Huskies marched down and scored. Rudolph in motion, gets the handoff. Lowers his shoulder, picks up an extra couple of yards before Jones brings him down. 5 in total. This is a huge third down right here, 3rd and 3.
Huge third down, and at 3rd and 3, you got to be ready for run or pass. They've showed already that Thomas Hammock, he doesn't mind going for it on 4th and 1. He doesn't mind going for it on 4th and 2, even in this part of the field. Rocky Lombardi and his legs. Watch out for the QB keeping it, getting on the edge, and try to hit a flat route.
Lombardi's versatility, a big reason why they're 6 for 9 on 3rd down. He'll look to throw, has all kinds of time. Outside receiver makes the catch, gets the first down. That's Barnes.
Yeah, and there's the flat route, right? It's the edges, the perimeters of this Boston College defense are where NIU's making their hay. They're running to the perimeter. They're getting leverage and throwing to the perimeter. In Boston College, normally known as a man coverage team, they have to stay outside of those receivers, but great execution by NIU, and they're going to continue to attack that edge of Boston College defense.
Under 3 minutes to play in this 3rd quarter. Pitch to Brown. Got blockers in front. Gets just a couple. Another tackle by Elijah Jones. Trying to get his defensive mates fired up.
Officials timeout for a defensive injury.
Defender on the play. That might be Nigel Tate. It is, 98. .6'2", 317. It's not going to be easy to help up. Staff gets him to his feet, though. That's a good sign. He's favoring one of his legs. All right, coming up tonight at 6:30 Eastern on the ACC Network, the Huddle Crew will be in Blacksburg. They'll wrap up the afternoon games, preview tonight's Old Dominion and Virginia Tech game. It's right here on the ACC Network and on the ESPN app. Tate makes his way off. Defense comes back out. 2nd down and 8 for Boston College. See the time left, 2:34 in this 3rd quarter. Long drive to start the 2nd half by Northern Illinois. Took off a big chunk of time. And we roll it again. Brown in the backfield. Lombardi under center. Give to Brown. Maybe 2 yards. Another big 3rd down on this drive for both teams.
Huge 3rd down. for NIU. Keeping the foot on the gas pedal. They need to drive down this field, kill any confidence that Boston College has. And the end result, if Boston College gets a stop, is just the opposite.
Empty backfield, Gavin Williams in the slot. Lombardi to throw. Can't find Ruckowitz. This time it's Jalen Cheek defending on the play, and Boston College will get off the field on defense.
That right play by Jalen Cheek is a sign of maturity. Understanding, hey, what have they been doing? They've been working the outside routes against these slots. This time he plays aggressively and does a phenomenal job of just having position on the wide receiver, forcing Lombardi to throw it out even wider than his receiver can catch it. Good job, good maturity, and this is progression by Boston College's defense. Good stop.
Foley to punt. That's a good kick. Jaden Williams makes the fair catch at the 18, 42 yards. Net on that punt. BC's defense does their job. They get the ball back to the offense.
Plenty of time on the clock for Castellanos, and you go down 14-0, and all of a sudden there becomes this sense of urgency, right? Then you score a touchdown, your defense gets a stop. As an offensive coordinator and a head coach, you get your guys around and say, okay, let's calm down, right? This is back a normal football game. We don't need to press. We don't need to make any mistakes. Let's play our type of football, get back to the run game, the play action, and just methodically move the ball downfield.
Castellanos back in the game. Takis in motion. He'll stay in the block. Castellanos wants to go deep. Heavily covered, and it's intercepted. Javon Bird makes the pickoff. And Williams was covered all the way down the field. Mistake by Castellanos, and the ball goes right back to NIU.
Phenomenal play by NIU's defense. And Javon Bird, you see Javon Bird here, when he gets the play away, watch him sink back and find the crossing route. Great eyes. Hey, my receiver leaves. Where are my eyes? Eyes go cross field. Let me leak back. And if he doesn't do that, probably underthrown pass anyways, but that's what made Thomas Castellanos not deliver the ball with a lot of confidence. Hey, great coverage on the outside and a huge turnover for NIU.
Ruckowitz picks up 8 or 9 on first down. Counted off at 9 before John Pupil makes the stop.
An outside run, right? Outside run, outside pass. They're testing these edges. These are the types of plays where the big outside defensive ends need to make a play, right? Set a big edge. Get in the backfield. Get upfield. Donovan Ezeraku, Sheeta Salah. D-line's supposed to be the strength of the defense. They got to set some edges.
Well, BC scored on their best starting field position of the day on their drive down here at the 25. This is NIU's best starting field position, and they've just made it better by going into Boston College territory. 2nd down and 1 for Rocky. Delayed handoff, stopped in the backfield. John Pupil came storming in from his free safety position.
John Pupil, you gotta love John Pupil if you're a Boston College fan. This guy was the biggest surprise of camp. He came in as a transfer from Dartmouth after the 2021 season. Didn't play at all last year. He's a guy that really walked onto this Boston College team, and coaches say this dude is tough. He's smart. I mean, he went to Dartmouth. Of course you're smart. And he plays with one speed. You saw that speed right there, making a play in the backfield.
They're going to need another one on 3rd and 2 when we come back, but they're going to let this third quarter clock wind itself all the way down.
That's the end of the third quarter.
We head to the 4th quarter. BC trailing by 7, needing a big play on defense to get the ball back.
Well, I am here with head coach Jeff Hafley. Coach, we've seen you interchange both Emmett Moorhead and Thomas Castellanos at that quarterback position. What went into that game plan and that decision to do so?
Both deserve to play. We went with Emmett as a starter. We knew Thomas would get in the first quarter.
All right, you're trailing by 7 heading into the fourth quarter. What does your team need to do to leave here with a win in their season opener?
We got to execute. When we execute, we don't go backwards. We catch the football. We don't have penalties. We're scoring. We're playing sloppy, and then we got to stop the run right now.
All right, Coach, thanks.
All right, thanks, guys.
Got to stop it on this play. 3rd down and 2. Lombardi under center. Right up the middle. Powering his way for that 1st down. That was Lynch.
That was, I believe, Brock
Lampy. That's the fullback, of course.
That was your opportunity to get your guy some pub.
I know. Sorry there, Brock.
Brock Lampy.
Brock showed the world he got the 1st down, though.
Look at this. That is how that's fullback running. But get behind your pads, get low. Tell you what, having something like that, you pick it up 2 yards on 3rd down, that's huge.
252 pounds out of Kenosha, Wisconsin. Of course he is. Just growing fullbacks up there.
And those dudes like breaking apples with their hands, you know, just like that Wisconsin strength.
Still in the backfield. Now they give us to Lynch, and Lampy leads the way, but not much to do there on the outside. Sheeta Salah getting into the backfield and dropping him for a loss.
Good job by Salah, and it was a pretty decent edge by Elijah Jones. NIU will continue to attack that perimeter unless someone steps up. Good job by Sheeta Salah, holding that for a negative gain.
Now behind the chains. After a loss of 1 on 1st down, Lombardi from the gun. Keep it on the ground with Brown. Spins his way to the 2nd level. He'll pick up about 5 or 6. Still going to bring up 3rd down and medium here for the Huskies. An injury on the play. That might be Brown. We'll take a timeout. Take a look at the injured Husky when we come back. 14-7 NIU on top. Northern Illinois' Ontario Brown being helped off the field. You can see he's favoring that right ankle. Take another look at the play where he injured it.
See the vision and the patience. It looks like that ankle just gets twisted up underneath him. Keep an eye on that injury. An obvious pain on the sideline.
3rd down for the Huskies. Gavin Williams now in Brown's stead. Lombardi to throw. Pressure picked up. He's got all kinds of time. Now he goes into double coverage, and it's going to fall incomplete. Batson and Jones in coverage for Boston College. It'll force a 4th down, and it's 4th and 7 here, or a long 6. Kind of no man's land, Mark.
Yep, but you know, no hesitation by Thomas Haddock. Always be alert for the hard count. Rocky Lombardi has been known for drawing defenses offside with the hard count. Man-to-man looks like across the board for Boston College.
Lombardi tries to elevate it, and Patterson couldn't go up to make the catch. Flag down.
Saw some jersey being stretched there.
Pass interference. Defense, number 1. 15-yard penalty for the previous spot. Automatic 1st down.
Hafley can't believe it. Jones doesn't believe it.
They're showing the replay in the stands. The stands don't like it. There was no pass interference there. It had to come before that. I did see some white jersey being pulled.
Davis Patterson does go 6'4", so you understand the thought process from Rocky. I'm going to throw it up there and let my guy make a play.
Yeah, and Elijah Jones, I mean, he's 6'2", 190. I mean, he's the biggest of the cornerbacks. Either way, big break for NIU on 4th down, getting a pass interference call.
BC's got to overcome it. Rutkowitz in motion. Give to Williams. Has some room, picks up about 8. pupil on the tackle, but not before they got to the second level.
In this play that NIU's been running over and over and over again has really caused problems. You see the backside pullers, they're going to either bring a tight end and a fullback around along with that backside guard, and it's been too slow. The linebackers and safeties adjusting to that. That's been a play over and over and over again on first down, has gained big yardage for NIU.
Second and a long 2. Lombardi under center. Rutkowitz in motion. They'll give it again to Williams. This time he lowers his shoulder and doesn't get much. He'll be shy of the first down. So down 7 in the fourth quarter. And the way Boston College has had issues moving the football, this is a big third down here, Mark. I think you got to force a field goal here.
It is, and last time we were in this very similar situation. It was the first time we saw Rocky Lombardi split out wide and Justin Lynch at that quarterback. Now more traditional, Rocky Lombardi is in there, kind of a condensed formation. Look for the quarterback sneak or the fullback dive.
And they got Lampe behind him. They'll give it to Lampe. Powers his way for the first down and more. Down close to the 6. Lampe carries it for 8 yards. First and goal for NIU.
The middle of this defense is what Jeff Hafley said they needed to shore up. Well, it was the edge, the perimeters. Hey, let's beat them to the perimeters. Now it's up the middle. And Boston College has got to stop the run. They're going to have a very long season if they give up yardage like this on the ground. Already 132 yards on the ground rushing for NIU.
Williams stuffed in the middle. Maybe got a yard. 3 tight ends in the game that time for Northern Illinois, and Boston College was up to the task.
Cam Arnold, you see a good shot of him there. The senior linebacker transitioned from safety in his 3rd year now. Linebacker has really taken over as a leader of this BC defense. They need that elevated play from him and Vinny DePalma, Owen McGowan, Jalen Blackwell at that second level, especially in the run game.
Lombardi quickly under center. He'll fake it to Williams and roll. He can run it if he chooses to, has some room, leaps for the end zone, comes up just a yard shy.
Little helicopter for Rocky Lombardi, and I'm sure it feels good for him after suffering an injury last year to get a run like this in. You get a little pop, you get up and you say, hey, I'm still healthy.
I mean, this is a guy who ran for 473 yards and 9 touchdowns on the ground 2 years ago when he played a full season when they won the MAC title.
And this is bread and butter. Look for quarterback sneak. If Rocky Lombardi doesn't sneak it right here, it's going to be turnaround handed to Brock Lampe.
Yeah, he's got Lampe as his lone setback. He'll hand it to him. Lampe just powers his way to the goal line. No signal yet from the official. Now we get it. Touchdown.
That was a big man power drive by Northern Illinois.
13 plays, Mark.
Marched down the field, took advantage of an interception before the fourth quarter, and capitalized. Let's make sure he gets in. There he is.
There he is, falling in. 49 in white. All 13 plays on that drive, running the football.
And not only running the football, but I'm going to line up number 49 as my lone back. I'm going to go under center and bring my tight ends and wide receivers close to the line of scrimmage and pick up 9 yards a clip.
Seibert with the try. They got the interception. Got a break on the PI. And just powered it into the end zone. Huskies up 14. BC's got to make something happen with the ball next, big time. Long time consuming drive on the ground leads to a score 21-7. Northern Illinois over Boston College here at Chestnut Hill. We're at the 9:24 mark of this fourth quarter. needless to say, it's a Boston College team that has not really gotten anything going offensively. Their only scoring drive of the game was 25 yards after an interception. That got them to within 7. They had some momentum, but Northern Illinois took all of that momentum back with an interception of their own, and they drove down the length of the field for the most part in a time-consuming drive to reestablish that 14-point lead.
Yeah, and guts, right? Guts by Thomas Haddock going for it on 4th down, put the ball in the air, got that pass interference call, which was a huge turning point in that drive.
Woodle pops this one high up in the air.
Ooh, that's going down.
That's dangerous.
NIU might have got that.
Still on the carpet. The officials will have to unpile it. I think Boston College, yes, has possession, but that's why you kick it off like that. You're trying to find that space in between that front line and the up men. And Taji Johnson was able to come up and make the recovery, but dangerous.
Why don't we take a look at that pass interference play on the last drive for Boston College? Pivotal play. We didn't really get to see it live, but watch up here on the top of the screen. That's going to be Elijah Jones. And watch right at the top of the route. Oh, we'll come back to it.
Castellanos pushing his way forward. That's a good gain of 5 yards on 1st down. Let's take a look at it again.
Yeah, top of the route. You see there's a pull right there. We didn't see it on the first replay, but that was definitely a pass interference call. Jeff Hafley harped on penalties coming out of halftime. We can't have penalties. They'll really hurt us. You see Moorhead back in the game because Castellanos' helmet came off.
So he'll have to sit out a play. Moorhead to throw. Going for Griffin. Oh, almost made a spectacular catch, but just slightly overthrown. Javon Bird again on coverage. Very good coverage by Bird, who had the interception just moments ago.
Yeah, good coverage. And, you know, just watching how Joe Griffin has been running his routes and releasing. You know, he's a big wide receiver. I think that he's got to use that physicality towards the top of the routes. He's not going to run away from these DBs. 3rd down and 5, Castellanos got options.
Oh, the pressure coming. Throws it out. Did he get a defender there early? No, the officials say he did not. Crowd here wanted it. Jay-Sean Prophet got out there and was able to get just enough on the receiver. Take another look at this. Kind of a strange play. Yeah. You know, Tomlin was out there, and Tomlin says, wait, he got here early.
Yeah, and it looked like he did get there early. And no peek back for the football. But more importantly, it's 4th down, and Castellanos and this offense is on the field. Down 2 touchdowns with 9 minutes left in the 4th quarter. It's now or never time.
4th and 5 from their own 46.
No safeties deep. Look for pressure from NIU.
They're bringing it right up the middle. Castellanos is flushed. Oh, he's in big trouble here. Trying to find something downfield. This is Fran Tarkinen-esque. Now he throws for Bond, and he has him for the first down.
Woo. That's why Castellanos is on the field. That was impressive. And who did he find? Lewis Bond, great outlet.
Now we get whistles. Castellanos wanted to go quickly.
Timeout. Northern Illinois. They're first.
Hammock had to call a timeout. They weren't lined up like he liked them. Castellanos ran all the way back to his own 15 in that play.
You know, first of all, good blitz pickup by the running back, but this is all athleticism. I mean, this is Castellanos avoiding the umpire. Yeah, I mean, you know, the officials are out there, and I'll tell you what, this is superb coaching by Matt Applebaum, the offensive line coach for Boston College. All that scrambling, and no offensive lineman proceeded downfield. They had faith in their quarterback and allowed him to make that throw. So often in college football, you see offensive linemen feeling like, okay, my quarterback's going to run it. They release downfield. That was a phenomenal play, and now Boston College needs to capitalize on that momentum.
On 4th down, they convert. So now into Northern Illinois territory. Castellanos with the pump fake. Hangs tough in the pocket. Trying to get it to Williams, who came back for it but couldn't bring it in. Flag near midfield.
Personal foul. Little hands to the face, defense. Number 14, 15-yard penalty for the previous spot. Automatic first down. Correction, that's number 4. The foul is on number 4.
Ray Thomas on the right side of your screen.
Yeah, you see the hand up in the neck and continue to lock it out. Call.
First penalty on that NIU defense on the afternoon, just their second for the entire game for the team. It's a costly one though, 15 yards. BC's in business here. Now Castellanos sends Broom up to the top of the screen, empty backfield. 5 receivers in the pattern, nobody open. Castellanos is going to sprint out. Now he finds a receiver, that's Bond inside the 20, down inside the 15. Mark, I'll tell you one thing about Castellanos. He's been very impressive on this drive, but really much of the day, keeping his head up downfield when he's flushed out of the pocket and finding something downfield.
He has, and he's delivered strikes on the move. Pretty accurate with those passes when moving. Safety leaning to Joe Griffin at the top of the screen.
Another pump fake. Attack is there. Now he can't get out of the trouble. He does stay on his feet, though. Williams and Thomas combining on the sack. Ray Thomas, number 4. Midway through this fourth quarter. Must-score drive here for BC. It's second down and forever. They can get a first down at the 3. Castellanos to throw. Going to the end zone for Griffin. Tried that back shoulder. Wasn't happening with Finley on the coverage.
Really good throw, and those are the plays. That's what Joe Griffin brings to this team. He's a big body. They got him singled up. They saw the safety move away from him, and that should be a touchdown. That needs to be caught by Joe Griffin. Phenomenal throw by Castellanos, but a drop brings up third down and long.
What are you thinking here? You want to get half of it? It's third down at about 16, 17 yards to give you a good chance on fourth down.
Yeah, and you're down. I mean, you're down 14 points too. You know, shaky field goal situation. Your kicker's never kicked one before.
Underneath, that's Griffin.
And there it is. You know, not necessarily half back, but now you get back where it's a normal 10-yard passing play, right? You have plays in your playbook for third down and 10. You can copy paste them on fourth down and 10 when you need something. Not a lot of plays for third down and 14.
Well, they need something here. O'Keefe in the game, Bond. Both of them will be split up to the top of your screen. That's Griffin at the bottom.
NIU's showing pressure again. Looks like no deep safety in the middle of the field.
They bring pressure. Castellanos to throw to Griffin in the corner. And the flag comes out. Griffin and Bird, a couple of number 2s, grappling all the way down the field.
Pass interference. Defense, number 2. The ball be placed at the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
Yeah, restricted his move. I mean, there's not much there in yeah, break for Boston College.
Big break. It's first down and goal. Garwo in the backfield with Castellanos. Flag down. They get a procedure call here against BC.
Killer.
Full start. Offense, number 60. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Kyle Hergel. A little too overzealous. I'll move back 5 yards.
Look of a coach that is not pleased with penalties. So much different game from the 7-yard line than it is from the 2.
O'Keefe in motion. Castellanos will throw. Has all kinds of time into the end zone. Broken up. Nice play. Profit. Flag in the end zone, maybe too nice. Let's check on it.
Watch Castellanos see his reads.
Holding.
Yep.
Defense, number 24.
That was, he got a hold of the jersey.
Foul will be placed half the distance to the goal, automatic, first down.
So a little too nice of a play from G-Sean Profit.
Yeah, and whether it was the jersey or that little hip tug kind of grabbed him around the hips with both hands. But you saw Castellanos' eyes. Good vision, good camera vision going through his reads. So much space at the bottom of the screen for Joe Griffin.
Power run from Garwo. Gets it inside the 2. BC wants to go quickly. Castellanos chased out of the pocket. He's running for the pylon. He'll get there.
Well, ACC, you better learn this guy's name. Thomas Castellanos, the transfer from UCF, came here for an opportunity to get a shot, impressed during training camp, was not here in the spring, and he has taken control of this quarterback position at Boston College. Really good speed, and did it himself on that last play.
Connor with the PAT. A tick under 6 minutes left to go in this one. BC right back in it. Castellanos looking to throw, nothing there. I'll do it myself. Uses that speed to get to the pylon. BC trailing by 7. Boston College, a 10-play, 59-yard drive. Thomas Castellanos finishing it off with a touchdown run after a miracle conversion on 4th down during the drive to keep Boston College's hopes alive. And they do have hope right now, down just 7 with 5:59 to go.
And now the question is, can the defense stop the run? NIU had their way on the ground last series, and you know Thomas Haddock's going to go, if it ain't broke, why fix it?
Lombardo to kick off. We got Trayvon Rudolph deep for the Huskies. Is he going to get a chance to return it? He'll catch it in the end zone for the touchback. Castellanos took over for Emmett Moorhead in this game, and I don't think he's looking back.
No, I don't think so. And you had this big pass in the back of the end zone to Lewis Bond, and then this. I mean, you know, this is stuff that obviously you don't teach, you can't teach, but this is his playmaking ability. Another connection with Lewis Bond on 4th down, and then he uses his legs, gets outside the defense, and takes it all the way in. Thomas Castellanos, in my eyes, has solidified himself as the quarterback of this team, at least for the rest of this game. I mean, you can't take a guy like that out, and those are going to be decisions that Steve Shimko has to make as next week progresses. But right now, it's about the defense. Can Jeff Hafley, a defensive guy, get his team to stop NIU?
Oh, Lombardi is going to miss his receiver. They had a big play there. Rutkowitz was open on the rollout, and Rocky Lombardi just missed him. He knows it's my fault, yeah.
I know, and those are the type of plays, that's when you put the wrinkle in, right? First down, we've been running this power game. Now let's do a play-action boot off of it, and he had a wide-open receiver. Boston College got lucky on that play.
And it stops the clock with the incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. Now Lombardi from the gun. Hands it to Williams. Nothing. Well, to say this is a big 3rd down right here would be pretty much the biggest understatement of the day. 3rd and 10. Eagles with a great chance to get their defense off the field and get decent field position.
And they won first and second down. Really first down. Boston College won first down because of a drop. And so now it's third down and long. Got the pass rushers in for Boston College. George Rooks, number 91, the transfer from Michigan on the inside. And Donovan Ezaraku, the top of your screen right there.
Let's see how much pressure BC brings. They'll bring 5. Lombardi throws. Is it intercepted? It is. No, the officials say it's incomplete. It looked like Jones may have picked it. The officials say incomplete. And now our referee, Billy Williams, is having a discussion down here at the 10-yard. We do have a flag down. It's obscured by some of the UNI players, but there's a flag on the far side.
Right by the line of scrimmage, either holding or hands to the face. Don't want to speculate, but Elijah Jones got to come away with that interception.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Number 6 of the defense. 15-yard penalty for previous spot. Automatic first down.
And it's Donovan Ezaraku. That is a huge call in this game.
On the left side of your screen.
Boy, that is a tough call right there in that situation.
At that point, you don't want to do anything. There's no reason to touch the quarterback or give him a little shove. And Rocky Lombardi, the 7th-year vet,
right?
The little vet fall.
That was, as you described, a little shove.
It was a little shove, but there's no reason for it either.
Fresh set of downs. More adversity for Boston College. They got to overcome it. That's a good start. Rudolph dunked for a 2-yard loss by Jalen Blackwell. He's been in the backfield a lot today.
That's a phenomenal play by Jalen Blackwell. He's lined up across from Chris Carter. We've talked about him, the big 6'7" tight end. Says, why is this guy out here split? Probably to block me. Sees the motion coming from behind the line of scrimmage and shoots his gap, makes a phenomenal play. Again, Boston College wins first down on defense. How do they respond? Can they get the ball back to their O with 4:40 left?
Rudolph again in motion. Lombardi the handoff to Williams. It'll force a 3rd and long again. BC's got all 3 timeouts on the board, Mark, to work with.
They've got all 3 timeouts. They have a quarterback that has a spark right now. The defense has made a couple plays, couple penalties, but right here with 3 minutes and 57 seconds left, Boston College needs one.
Showing pressure with the 2 linebackers, DePalma and Arnold. They bring Arnold. Ruckowitz held, and the flag comes out. You can see it. Jalen Cheek got wrapped up with him. 2 officials do flags on that play.
Pass interference. Defense, number 10. The ball be placed in the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Jalen Cheek. Watch him in the slot, bottom of the field. He gets on his heels. That is 100% pass interference. Good route run.
Athlete doesn't like it in real time, Mark, but I think if you saw the replay, you would know.
Honestly, I think he's upset with his player. I mean,
right.
That's you're backing up, you get caught on your heels, and you just reach out and grab.
Another first down via penalty. Williams bangs his way into the middle. 1 yard.
And watch this route. Step on the toes of the defender. Good job. It just
first.
Got the defender on his heels, and then really you have a 2-way go.
Set the clock to 3:38. Thank you. Media timeout.
Timeout on the field. Boston College got to get a stop down 7. Well, when Coach Hafley was talking to Ashley Stroline earlier in the game about cleaning things up, turnovers have not been an issue. Each team with one turnover. The teams have scored off those turnovers, but the penalties have really killed them.
Yeah, it's been huge. And the penalty yardage on top of that. It's been 10 penalties for 93 yards, and 3 of those have been resulted in first downs for the opponent.
Two on this drive.
Justin Lynch in the backfield. He's kind of their slash, do-everything guy.
Double tight end. Rutkowitz in motion. Trying to get to Rutkowitz. Got him open. Nice play defensively by Cheek, though.
That is a phenomenal play.
Timeout.
By
Boston
Jalen
College.
Cheek.
Their second.
Coming off a pass interference
call
called against him and just wiping that clear from his mind. Watch him track the receiver all the way across field and then taking his shot and making a good tackle. That is a big-time play from Jalen Cheek, who missed last year, most of last year with an illness. And third down. Look at the third down conversions. Vast disparity. Boston College is 2 for 2 on fourth down, but still 10 for 16 on third down. That's a pretty good day.
Ashley, what's going on the BC sideline?
Yeah, it has been a range of emotion for these guys. These last few plays, they're on their feet. I can tell you, quarterback Thomas Castellanos, he is standing up on the bench. He is waving his towel. He is yelling at his guys, come on, let's go, we can do this. So they are believing that this game, this momentum can shift their way, and they can leave here with a win today.
Well, this is the play that'll shift it if they can get it done. Williams. Very conservative call on third down by Coach Hammock and company. Boston College will take their third and final timeout, presumably force a punt and get the ball back. So the Huskies conservative on third down. Don't want to make a mistake here in the middle of the field. They want to force BC to go the length of the field in under 3.5 minutes to tie this game, or potentially go for the win with a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, Thomas Haddock, he's thinking, man, last drive we could have had him stopped if it wasn't for a Houdini act by Castellanos on fourth down. Let's make BC prove that they can drive down the length of the field. Good stop by the defense, but now it's going to be pressure time. Thomas Castellanos, first year at BC, first few months at BC. You don't enter the day as the starter. Now you're going to have a chance to drive your team down the length of the field and a chance to tie it up or take the lead.
Foley will punt it away. Williams will receive it end over end towards the corner. It's going to bounce out of bounds at about the 15. Let's see where they mark it as the official steps up. He'll mark it close by at the 17. So another punt inside the 20 for Foley, giving Boston College a long field to work with 3:23 remaining. Castellanos back in the game at signal caller for the Eagles. No timeouts remaining. He'll start with Garwo in the backfield. O'Keefe in motion. Castellanos keeps it up the middle. Good gain on first down. Out to the 33.
That's how you start a 2-minute drive. Good run, big chunk.
And even though there's more than 3 minutes left, Castellanos wants to go quickly. A lot of pressure up the middle. As his receiver, Takis, intercepted! Tipped by Takis and intercepted by Valkersel.
And there it is, George Takis. That's 2 drops in this game. That one needed to be caught. He does a good job. You see him at the top of your screen, pivot back around, little bit behind that. I mean, you got to catch that. I mean, that's right in your breadbasket. quarterback's making a fantastic scramble play, and yes, it's a little bit behind you, but you got, you know, 2 hands and a body on that. Great play by NIU, and
thank you, sir. Appreciate
Nate Valcarcel, the transfer from South Dakota, may have just sealed it for the Huskies. I'll give you a couple more looks at that pick.
it's funny, I was getting ready to tell our producer, hey, great route by George Takis coming back to the quarterback, and then, you know, you just got to catch it at the top. And turnovers, penalties. First game back, you limit both of those and you have a good chance. NIU did that. Minimal penalties, minimal turnovers. Taking a look and see if that did hit the ground or not.
I don't see it. I see his possession, and even if it hit the ground, Mark, I think he carried possession all the way through.
There's ruled an interception on the field. Let's see where that ball goes. And from that angle, I mean, it's very difficult to tell.
It would be I think it would be difficult to overturn it.
This could be a good shot right here. Does that?
With the black padding on his arms and everything, you can't get a good enough look in the shadow of that ball. It was ruled an interception on the field, so
He does roll off it with the other hand. Look, right here, that right hand has the ball, and then when he comes up, the left hand has it. That might have moved. Boston College might be getting lucky here, and the defense for NIU is walking back out in the field.
Wow, so replay official Jason Boykin is looking at it right now with our referee Billy Williams under the hood.
And Boston College's offense is huddling up, and NIU's defense is huddling up. Wow. Game of inches, Chris.
After review, it's been determined the defender did not have possession of the ball when it hit the ground. Therefore, it's an incomplete pass to the second down, Boston College.
But we have had reprieves for both teams in this game, haven't we? Where you think it's going completely against you, and all of a sudden you get another opportunity, another chance for Castellanos and BC.
Yeah, and honestly, right now, I'm going right back to George Takis on a quick route, high completion. Get his confidence up. He can be such a threat and a weapon for Castellanos going forward, but he needs to have that confidence.
Garwo now split. Castellanos looks his way. Hits him on the screen. Pickup of about 6. They'll give him 5. 2nd down and 5 with the clock running. 3rd down, check it. 3rd down and 5. Castellanos will do it on his own. He'll pick up the 1st down near midfield. Clock continues to wind. Remember, it doesn't stop for a 1st down until 2 minutes this year. Castellanos continues to throw and show a lot of poise. That's O'Keefe. Makes the catch at the 30. 22 yards on the strike.
Phenomenal throw. Great job putting it out in front of his speedy wide receiver, Ryan O'Keefe. These two played together at UCF. And now they are both stars of this Boston College offense. And going out of bounds, the clock does not stop because it's not within 2 minutes.
I feel like time is not that much of an issue anymore.
It's not.
At the 30-yard line, I feel like now it's more a matter of just executing your plays. And they'll have 4 downs to do it. Castellanos, the pump fake. Now he's going to the end zone. As a receiver out there, it's Williams for the score! 30 yards!
Thomas Castellanos. What a throw to Jaden Williams, who missed the last 6 games last year. He's back, and he has found his quarterback. And they're going for 1.
Connor Just squeezes the PAT in. Remember, Connor is not the kicker that they planned to start the year with. That was Connor Litton, and Liam Connor comes in, the kickoff specialist, and he's been good today. 21 all. 83 yards on 7 plays, just over a minute and a half off the clock.
Just such confidence in that throw. Understands he puts it out in front. Got the right loft on it. And a beautiful route by Jaden Williams. If that face and that emotion doesn't get you fired up as BC fan, I don't know what will. How are they going to replace Zay Flowers? What are they going to do? Who's going to make those big catches? Jaden Williams comes up big.
I mean, it's been Williams, O'Keefe on that drive, Bond with a couple of catches. The depth and the committee approach with this receiving room, everyone's stepping up. 26 rushing yards, 57 passing yards by Castellanos on that drive. All 83 yards responsible for. And now there's a minute 44 remaining. This defense, once again, has got to step up. After the touchback, Rocky Lombardi. Injured in the 4th game last year for UNI, or NIU rather. Been waiting, chomping at the bit. 25-year-old in his 7th season playing college football. 7th and final season. Been waiting for just this moment. Minute 44 on the road.
And Thomas Haddock, if the last series was any signal, is he's not going to go crazy. He showed that he had confidence in his defense. We'll see here this first play. Look for a draw, a short screen play to start off this series.
Lombardi to throw. Now the pocket collapses. He's on the run. Still looking downfield. Trying to get it to Williams. Threw it away as much as anything on that play.
Safe play. Smart play by Lombardi. Knew that there was always the option of just pitching it out of bounds if he couldn't find anybody. A good job by Boston College's defense. Lockdown coverage on the back end.
Lombardi to throw. Almost intercepted and then almost caught on the bounce. Sheik was there initially. Goodness gracious. Almost picked. Jalen Sheik. And then it was almost caught on the rebound.
I know, and a little bit behind the receiver. He almost caught that. I don't know when the ball hit the ground. Another great play by Jalen Sheik.
Third and 10. Will BC bring pressure? They don't. Williams tries to run for it, gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage. BC has no timeouts remaining, so the clock will wind, but they will get it back.
And who made the play? Vinny DePalma. 6th year out of Wayne, New Jersey. We've been calling Vinny DePalma's name for years here. He's been playing football in college longer than I've been broadcasting.
That's a fact, actually.
It's
yeah,
fact.
It's not even being, hyperbole.
And team captain, smartest player on the team, made a big play for his defense. And man, clock's going to get run down. About 40 seconds left for the offense and Castellanos to work with. And with those big plays, we'll see if Steve Shimko wants to take some shots downfield or if he's happy going into overtime. Man, what a game.
Week 1 is both these coaching staffs have so much to work on after week 1, right? But it's just about somehow finding a way to get a W.
Yep.
Play through all the adversity. We'll work on things. We'll get so much better between week 1 and week 2. They always say most of your improvement comes from between week 1 and week 2. But now it's just a matter of just making one more play than the other guy to get the W in the column. Foley to kick. Williams is waiting for it. High kick by Foley. Williams back to his 34 where he fair catches it. 42-yard kick for Foley, no return. Boston College will have 39 seconds. No timeouts on the board. And a kicker who's never made a field goal at the college level.
And that right there, that huddle doesn't look to me like it's a, hey, we're just going to take a knee type huddle.
That's a supremely confident quarterback in Castellanos who thinks he can make something happen here in 39 seconds. We talk about this a lot. A lot of it is predicated on the first play, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You'll get a sense of what they're going to look to do.
Can you get 10 or 12 yards on the first play to give you some belief you can get it done? Castellanos will throw it. Flush to the near side. Try to get it to Williams at midfield. Goes incomplete. Only 6 seconds went off the clock.
Clock will stop on a first down. Clock will stop if ball carrier goes out of bounds.
And on an incompletion, as we just saw there. Second down and 10, 33 to go. Castellanos throws it out of bounds.
If I'm Boston College offensively, I'm taking the entire play clock here and letting my wide receivers catch their breath. Those last routes, they were run by tired wide receivers, but Boston College is deciding, hey, we're just going to get up on the line of scrimmage and snap it with 20 seconds left.
Castellanos couldn't hit Bond over the middle. So 3 straight incompletions. And with 21 seconds left, now Boston College is going to have to punt the ball away.
Pretty good ball by Castellanos, too. But again, you're running plays a little bit too fast, in my opinion, on the offensive side. The clock is stopped. We're not going to confuse the defense. Let's get our wide receivers a little bit of a rest. Either way, great stop by NIU defensively. Man, this is a back and forth game.
Yeah, Candati did a great job in the first half, hitting Northern Illinois deep. Now
Good
he needs
play.
a big kick, and that's a good one. Ooh. Just out of bounds. Rutkowitz has no chance at a return there.
It looked good, but looked good.
Still at the 34, though.
Yeah.
Take some time off the clock. You don't give Rutkowitz a chance to make a special play.
No, in this, to me, you go out there, I think 15 seconds left in the game, 1 timeout left. You take a shot to the sideline on the first play.
Their kicker now has a big leg. Jake Seibert can hit a 55-yard field goal if they give him a chance.
You can. And you want to try to hold on to that 1 timeout in case you do get into field goal range, because you want to be able to take that timeout, not have to rush your field goal team on the field. They get set.
You essentially need 30 yards.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to get a big chunk on this first play and then see where you are.
And they told us that Seibert, their kicker, they'll put him out there from 55 yards away.
Yeah, he can boom it. Rutkowitz makes the catch. Clock will temporarily stop. It didn't. Now it does. I think about 2 seconds ran off the clock, more than they would have liked. Lombardi, now with 3 seconds, he's going to have to go to the end zone. And he does just that. Sets it up. That was close. Holy cow. I mean, Grayson Barnes was down there. Take another look at this. This was a lot closer than I think anybody would have bargained for.
Yeah, you get nervous. as a defensive coordinator saying, what is there a guy doing behind my defenders? And that, I mean, that was
a yard away from being a touchdown.
It was.
It's academic now. 21-all. We head to overtime here in Chestnut Hill. Snacks ready, Mark, and I know you got some on the set there in Blacksburg. Settle in for this overtime. You got the captains at midfield with our coin toss with our referee, Billy Williams.
Each team will get an opportunity. After the first overtime, you have to go for 2. After the second overtime, it's all cross.
And as you hear the explanation of the overtime rules, here they are. Each team gets possession from the opponent's 25-yard line. In the first 2 OTs, read the rest after that. That was the change a couple of years ago. Last year, the attempted 2-point conversion after a touchdown, and then alternating 2-point conversions starting in the 3rd overtime. See if Chris can last that long without snacks in the booth.
Kelsey, send me some of your snacks.
Yep.
2 supremely confident quarterbacks right now. I mean, you know, Rocky Lombardi, great high school wrestler. Looks like he could be a WWF wrestler right now. From Iowa. In his 7th year, he's 25 years old. He's a coach on the field. And then on the flip side of that, it's Thomas Castellanos, who's at his coming out party this afternoon here at Chestnut Hill. His team down 21-7, and he put him on his back in the second half.
Yeah, he sure did. And you know, this is a team that came out flat. Boston College came out flat, and there was a spark with Castellanos, and that spark has turned into a flame. And that 4th down conversion where he scrambled around and hit Lewis Bond, that was a moment his teammates believed in him. Now they need belief now.
BC will get the ball first. So an advantage, a slight advantage in this case for the Huskies, because once they get it on offense, they'll know what they have to do. Garwo in the backfield with Castellanos. They'll hand it to him. Garwo powers his way up the middle, gets it down to the 20. 5 yards, good pickup on first.
And that's what Boston College wants to be. They want to be that power run game. And how dangerous can Castellanos be, too, if they do establish that power run game, the boot game? I mean, his ability to move and to throw on the run, as this offense develops throughout the season, that is going to be a big part of this game. Overload, unbalanced look.
Again to Garwo. Runs through the back of his offensive lineman and can't get going. He'll even lose a yard.
Good stop up front by Northern Illinois.
Ron Gilbert, part of that group, putting the stop to Garwo. So it's now 3rd down and 6. That great run on 1st down to give him 5 yards, nullified on that defensive stand on 2nd down. See the rushing yards fairly even in this game.
They've yet to go to Joe Griffin at the top of the screen in the red zone.
Castellanos is looking that way. Now he goes to Griffin off his hands, incomplete. Bird on the coverage, brings up 4th down.
Good coverage by Bird and good pass by Castellanos, but another drop for Boston College's wide receiving core. Again, you're out there as the #1 target, the #1 receiver. You got to catch those balls, not only just to get better field position, but also to have defenses shift over to you. Kyle Hergerl runs on late. Not a great sign, and here it is.
First field goal attempt at the college game for Liam Connor. It'll be 39 yards. Snap and hold are good. Connor puts a foot into it. and he gets it through. Big kick from Liam Connor. Puts BC up 3 in this first overtime.
That's huge for Liam Connor. Think about the nerves. Doing something you don't normally do, and with extreme confidence, puts it through, and now we're in a situation where NIU has the ability to score a touchdown and win this one.
17th straight point scored by BC in this game. And it's their first lead of the afternoon. Now it all falls back on Rocky Lombardi's shoulders. They'll go the same direction. Ontario Brown is back in the game. Remember, he got it banged up a little bit earlier on his right ankle.
Confusion up top by the defensive backfield. Yep, and Boston College is calling a timeout. You saw Elijah Jones and Jalen Cheek talking to each other, not knowing what they were doing.
Well, better to call a timeout there than to make a mistake that cost you the game, that's for sure. Let's take a look at our Saturday MVP. It's brought to you by Sport Clips. And it's going to be Tommy Castellanos. Off the bench today, Mark, and really lit a spark under this team.
Yeah, and you know, those rushing yards, they came at key moments, right? You know, he didn't just go out there and run all over the place, but he made plays with his legs that didn't necessarily show up as rushing yardage, but that huge 4th down conversion, putting the ball in the end zone, he sparked this comeback, and BC's in the lead because of that, man.
Lombardi under center. Brown is tailback. Play action. Lombardi going to the end zone. Just overshoots his receiver, Grayson Barnes. Jalen Cheek on coverage for the Eagles.
Lombardi had him. He had his wide receiver behind the defender. That's what happens sometimes in this Boston College defense. I mean, they're going to play hard press man regardless of situation.
Rutkowitz in motion to the bottom of your screen. Now he comes back. Lombardi looking to throw. Oh, nice job by the fullback to bring that one in. Inside the 10, Brock Lampy.
Brock Lampy, fullback. Jalen Blackwell, number 8's got to have eyes on the underneath targets, and Brock Lampy does a great job of securing the football. The big boy running.
1st and goal at the 9. Gavin Williams in the backfield with Lombardi.
Davis Patterson, bottom of your screen, 6'4", 200-pound wide receiver.
They give it to Williams. Tries to stretch it outside. Inside the 5, down to the 1.
Great patience. Great vision by Gavin Williams.
They're looking to go quickly. Touchdown wins it for Northern Illinois. Lombardi at the end zone.
Game
touchdown.
Over. Rocky Lombardi, the 7th-year quarterback. When it comes to crunch time, keep it in his hands. Fast to the line of scrimmage. Good job getting pad level low. And let's see if we can see that ball cross the plane.
There's a lot of girth on that pile, man. I don't know if you're going to be able to see anything.
No, and see him come down. Not enough to overturn it.
The official on the far side was first to signal. He saw enough of it to tell him that that ball had crossed the plane. There's the ball. All it's got to do is just touch that white part, go over the top of that invisible plane that extends skyward.
There it is. You see it right down the bottom of your screen here. There's the football. It looks like that wrist comes down right on the line. And it's tough to tell, but I have a hard time overturning that.
We'll get the final word from Billy Williams.
After review, it's been determined the ruling on the field stands touchdown. Game is over.
Big win for the MAC. Big win for Northern Illinois. Coach Hammock does it again, like he did 2 years ago in Atlanta to Georgia Tech. Comes into an ACC stadium and pulls the upset.
Really good play, sticking to the game plan by Thomas Hammock, running the football behind the pads of his power running game. Ontario Brown goes down. Gavin Williams steps up, and Rocky Lombardi finishes the job.
Those Husky fans that made the trip here to Chestnut Hill rewarded. That's going to wrap it up for us. For Mark Kirkslick and Ashley Stroheim, I'm Chris Cotter saying so long from Chestnut Hill. Let's get you to Pittsburgh for Wofford and Pitt.